thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
Ever wonder how beautiful our planet is? With exotic birds, diverse flora and fauna, immense oceans, vast rivers, endless skies, and generous earth, all of which house, nourish, and protect every being under their loving care, without asking for any reward. Fortunate and blessed are we indeed to live on this wondrous planet and enjoy all the precious gifts this world has to offer. May the divine be loved and thanked forever. May we always remember to appreciate and care for our earth home.
사랑하는 시청자 여러분께 인사드립니다. Means greetings beloved viewers in Korean. I'm Ik-pyo in brilliant Gwangju. Advancing Korea loves what you are doing to protect our world. Heavens bless you.
Necesiniz means how are you in Azerbaijani. I am Elada from superb Baku. Deep-rooted Azerbaijan knows that without peace leaders like you, the world would suffer greatly. Our people thank you. Welcome to Noteworthy News, constructive news for a caring world.
Constructive news for a happy world. Supreme Master Television brings you good news from around our beautiful planet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our programs can be viewed online at suprememastertv.com.
In today's news, China and Bolivia deepen relations. Cuba supports peace and stability in Latin America. Vancouver, Canada hosts successful Veg Expo. Myanmar Bishop promotes peace, and Australian solar energy innovator and Russian scientist awarded with major international energy prize. All this and more on Supreme Master Television, your constructive global TV channel.
China and Bolivia continue developing relations built on mutual trust. The President of China, His Excellency Xi Jinping, welcomed the President of Bolivia, His Excellency Evo Morales, at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing before the two leaders discussed deepening their diplomatic relationship. President Xi noted that both countries stem from ancient civilizations and should explore the wisdom of their forefathers to better deal with current-day challenges. President Morales commended China's pursuit of world peace and their efforts toward developing a harmonious international community. He said China's support and aid to Bolivia's economic and social development never attaches any political conditions. Such uplifting news. Our honest appreciation. Your Excellencies Xi Jinping and Evo Morales, China and Bolivia, for providing a shining example of international cooperation. May the Providence bless China and Bolivia as you nurture your lasting friendship.
Cuba committed to enhancing peace. During his official visit to the Caribbean nation of Trinidad and Tobago, Cuba's Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Rogelio Sierra Diaz, confirmed his government's pledge to support the development of peace and stability in Latin America and the Caribbean. The two nations also agreed on cooperating in the areas of education, health, and natural disaster risk mitigation. We're deeply thankful, Cuba, for your dedication to furthering stability and peace. May your efforts add to the harmonious and steady development in Latin America and the Caribbean.
Up next, India announces plans to eliminate single-use plastics. We will just take some time to introspect within to see if all our actions today are to be proud of. Hope you're enjoying watching Noteworthy News as much as we enjoy sharing it with you. More intelligent news in just a moment.
The livestock industry is the top greenhouse gas generator. The last published findings from the United Nations in 2006 told us that the livestock industry causes greenhouse gas emissions more than all the world's transportation sectors combined. Airplane, train, cars, motorcycles, etc. altogether. Updated calculations tell us that the livestock industry is responsible for at least 50% of the global warming.
Please join us for Save Our Planet, Eliminate the Production of Meat. Excerpts of Supreme Master Ching Hai's discussions. Part 2 of 3 on Between Master and Disciples. On Tuesday, July 24, 2018. To find out more,
Hi, I'm Delay the Panther, and I'm a compassionate vegan. Antifreeze can leak out of your car when it overheats, leaving puddles in your garage. Be sure to clean up the puddles straight away if you have pets, because its sweet taste can be tempting. But it's a toxic substance and is quite dangerous to dogs and cats. Look out for puddles on the street as well when you are walking your dog. Thank you for tuning in, and lots of love for being veg and going green to save the planet for all humans and us all co-inhabitants. Now, the worldwide weather.
India to ban single-use plastics. India's Prime Minister, His Excellency Narendra Modi, recently announced plans to eliminate single-use plastics by 2022 as part of a national effort to curb the country's global footprint. Furthermore, India will implement a marine litter cleanup campaign, keep over 100 national monuments trash-free, and measure plastic waste released along its 7,500-kilometer coastline. Prime Minister Modi stated, "Environmental degradation hurts the poor and vulnerable the most. It is the duty of each one of us to ensure that material prosperity does not compromise our environment." Our respectful gratitude and accolades India for these eco-friendly commitments. May we all strive for a clean and thriving world.
Plant-based diet growing exponentially in Vancouver, Canada. The 5th annual Veg Expo was recently held at the Vancouver Convention Centre in British Columbia, Canada. A day for the entire family, the expo's mission is to connect with people at all stages of their plant-based journey.
We've grown so much over the last 5 years that we are now in Vancouver Convention Centre, which is the world's most sustainable convention centre, and we are very excited to be here. We have speakers such as Kip Anderson and Don Thompson, who's an activist for animal rights, and Kip obviously is very well known for his part in the documentary Cowspiracy and What the Health, and we're really looking forward to having them. And of course we have local chefs, authors, social gatekeepers, lots of really good local talent as well.
My phone rang, like, it sounds like a church. The demand for vegan vegetarian foods increased by 987% in 2017. This is crazy. This is something that is completely taking off.
The event featured over 140 exhibitors, showcasing the latest products, services, and plant-based philosophies.
Hello, I am Preet Marwaha with Feeding Change here at Veg Expo 2018 in Vancouver. Really, every social issue that we have in this world comes back to the food choices we make on a daily basis. So going plant-based is not simply about our health, it's about connecting with the world, connecting with the farmers around the world that are growing all of our food, and helping them be as sustainable as the companies that we want to be.
Animals have emotions, animals have a real soul, and that's not for us to mess with. It's for us to love, it's for us to respect. And so that's a big part of what we're doing with Virtue, is to say, what are the virtuous things that we can do in our life to make a difference, and definitely through our animals.
Veg Expo organizers and exhibitors, we thank you with all our heart for sharing the plant-based way of life. May events like this continue to inspire many to choose compassionately for their health, for the environment, and most importantly, for the love of all Earth's inhabitants.
Be vegan and make peace.
Be vegan, make peace.
My name is Normiko Madden.
My name is Dylan.
Be vegan, make peace.
Myanmar Bishop promotes peace. The Most Reverend Justin Somintide, Bishop of Pan, Myanmar, uses his writing talent to compose books on peace and reconciliation, while also dedicated to serving current refugees and migrants. Peace, the title of his latest book, references letters written by His Holiness Pope Pius XII and His Holiness Pope St. John Paul II. Bishop Justin Somintide said, "We need to forget our past and engage in dialogue aimed at reconciliation so we may attain our goal of peace. Key stakeholders like the government, military, and ethnic armed groups must promote dialogue based on equality and trust." We are touched by your dedicated peace efforts, the Most Reverend Justin Somintide. May the Providence bless Myanmar with harmony and prosperity.
Coming up, researchers from the United Arab Emirates developed medical device to track body temperature. We'll step outside for a while to visit a wonderful forest that nurtures our well-being and brings calmness to our minds. Supreme Master Television will return in just a moment with more Foresighted news.
Water is the key to all life. Oceans cover 71% of our planet's surface. Microscopic plants in the ocean consume 50 gigatons of carbon every year, about the same as all the plants and trees on land. Scientists at Australia's University of New South Wales and Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation have recently discovered that a catastrophic tipping point may soon be reached, causing severe ocean acidification to occur. Global atmospheric levels of CO2 are currently estimated at 385 parts per million. Researchers state that we are quickly approaching the 450 parts per million level of CO2 that would drastically affect oceanic organisms. A loss in oceanic organisms would render the oceans unable to effectively absorb carbon. This would in turn lead to an exponential increase in global warming.
Save our oceans. Be veg. Go green. To save the planet. For more urgent details, please visit suprememastertv.com/SOS.
Welcome back to Noteworthy News, visionary news for an enlightening world.
United Arab Emirates researchers developed temperature tracking device. Researchers at the United Arab Emirates University, UAEU, in the capital city of Abu Dhabi, have designed a device called Tempo, which can monitor a person's bodily temperature 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the individual's temperature is higher or lower than the safe level, the device will emit a signal from its alarm system. Dr. Jabir Abugdieri, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineer at UAEU, said their reason for inventing the device was to help those who require care yet are unable to express their discomfort. Tempo will also help simplify the routine temperature checkup carried out by medical staff at hospitals and meanwhile facilitate an ongoing tracking of the patient's temperature. We applaud your thoughtful innovation, Dr. Jabir Abugdieri, and researchers of the United Arab Emirates University. May we see more such caring inventions with Allah's blessings.
Australian solar energy innovator and Russian scientist awarded with the prestigious International Energy Prize. Professor Martin Green, director of the Australian Centre for Advanced Photovoltaics at the University of New South Wales, recently became the first Australian to receive the highly regarded Russian Global Energy Prize. Professor Green was honored for transforming the efficiency and price of solar photovoltaics and making it the lowest cost choice for mass-scale electricity supply. Sergei Alexenko, Russian scientist and a member of the Russian Academy of Sciences, was honored for creating the Thermophysics Foundation for modern energy and energy-saving technology development. Congratulations, Professor Martin Green and Sergei Alexenko. We are more than grateful for your transformational achievements in renewable and contemporary energy advancement. May every corner of our world soon enjoy efficient, eco-friendly power.
Time now to enjoy the joke of the day entitled Lunch with Grandfather.
Two little boys were visiting their grandfather, and he took them to a restaurant for lunch.
They couldn't make up their minds about what they wanted to eat. Finally, the grandfather grinned at the server and said, "Just bring the bread and water." One of the little boys looked up and quavered,
"Can I have ketchup on it, please?"
And now, we have a heartline from Huimin in Taiwan or Formosa.
无上师电视台您好，自从电视台重新开播，我在上班时间都用手机小声播放，同事们也变得越来越柔和开朗。开播后不久，有一天下午，窗外树上突然间飞来一群小小鸟，快乐地唱歌，整个办公室都可以听到他们欢乐地高唱着，仿佛在庆祝无上师电视台重新开播。还有一次，另一层楼的同事下楼来办事，经过时突然之间脱口而出：“哇，你们这里好光亮啊！”然后微笑满足地离开。我想是无上师电视台的光亮照亮了整层办公室，温暖了同事们的心。感谢青海无上师和无上师电视台的员工，谢谢你们的努力，带来生活中这么多的美好。慧敏，来自台湾福尔摩沙，台北。
Ni hao or hello, cheerful Huimin. Thank you for such beautiful lines. We're always happy to hear others' experiences on how Supreme Master Television is lightening the atmosphere wherever it is played. Much gratitude to our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai for making it all happen. Wishing you heaven's love and blessings, Supreme Master TV staff. Master sends her love and many thanks to you.
We welcome your heartlines and stories. Please send them to heartline@suprememastertv.com.
We sure have enjoyed spending time with you on Noteworthy News.
May your heart be uplifted by celestial melodies, wishing you a jubilant week.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
For more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/NWN.
Good night, babies. Have wonderful dreams. Heaven love you, and I love you. Remember, God, you are divine. Have a good night. Remember, God. Good night, babies. Have wonderful dreams. Heaven love you, and I love you. Remember,
good night. Remember God.
For example, anterior headache, rounded shoulder, lower back pain, all those could be caused by poor posture.
Curious about chiropractic treatment and what it involves? Find out on our fascinating program up next. Hello, pure friends, and welcome to our show, Chiropractic, the hand-based healing art by Dr. Chen Cui Fei, part 1 of 2. Since her youth, Dr. Chen has always had the desire to help relieve people's suffering and discomfort. Dr. Chen earned a medical degree from Zhongshan Medical University in Taichung, Taiwan, also known as Formosa. She started her healing path at Taoyuan Ministry Hospital in Formosa, where she received professional rehabilitation training that included acupuncture, osteopathic manipulation, as well as neurology and X-ray interpretation. The good doctor has been vegan since college and practiced meditation as taught by Supreme Master Ching Hai for nearly 20 years. Currently, she is the head of a rehabilitation clinic and has found it very helpful to apply many of the spiritual principles she has learned into her profession. She takes many challenging cases, including those involving developmentally disabled children, persons with occupational and sports injuries, stroke patients, and those with degenerative joint ailments. Seeing her patients recover and return to their normal lives brings her great reward. Because of her immense love and compassion, Dr. Chen has touched the lives of many, helping each patient to recover and regain their health, well-being, and self-confidence to continue living their best life possible.
优雅的观众您好，我是陈翠斐医师，来自台南、台湾。台湾又称福尔摩沙，福尔摩沙热情的人民，为您以高尚无私的精神服务世界为荣。在今天的节目中，我们要与您分享人体生理学和脊骨神经医学的基本原理。根据统计，超过7600万美国人苦于慢性疼痛。在2015年，每3位美国成人中就有1位需要医疗院所开立的止痛药。幸好有好消息要告诉那些因服用处方药而产生不良反应，正在寻求替代疗法的人。如果喜好自然疗法，有些方法已经证实是有效的，包括属于运动疗法的太极、草药疗法的姜和姜黄，及属于身心医学的打坐。而能够矫正身体的治疗法，则有整骨法与脊骨神经医学。今天我们要探讨的脊骨神经医学是一种徒手治疗法。人体的神经系统负责传递大脑指令到身体各部位，也负责收集感官的讯息，传回大脑，以维持必要的功能。那么，脊骨神经医学如何在神经系统上运作呢？关正医师是雌唇术的职业针灸师兼脊骨神经医师，他目前担任美国纽泽西州腹主健康中心的临床主任。现在，请他为我们简介脊骨神经医学这门专业。
The word chiropractic was created by combining two Greek words, chiro and praxis. Chiro means hand, praxis means practice. So the word chiropractic is to describe treatments performed by hands. Actually, in the history, many countries have similar practice as chiropractic. For example, traditional Chinese medicine has Tui Na or bone setting. In Europe, in ancient Europe history, we know they have bone setting. These are all similar practice to perform the treatments by hands. The philosophy of chiropractic is to restore and maintain health by correcting existed subluxation without using drugs or medication and surgery. The focus is to ensure the optimum of normal transmission and expression of the nerve system. So by ensuring the normal function of the nerve system, then the health can be restored and maintained.
对于健康有问题的人，脊骨神经医学能帮什么忙？关医师将列举一些脊骨神经医学能处理的症状。
Clinically speaking, chiropractic can treat many conditions, including internal or external conditions. Mostly, as a chiropractic physician, we treat primarily neuromuscular skeletal conditions. For example, headache that's caused by neck stiffness, or we call it cervicogenic headache, neck pain, lower back pain, sciatica, degenerative joint disease, sports injury, and arthritis. So in my years of practice, we have treated patients from newborn to geriatric patients and many athletes from schools, high school, college, gymnasts, or hockey players, basketball players, when they play sports and they had injuries, for example, sprained ankles or even wrist fracture.
脊骨神经医学能有效治疗各种病痛，让我们来听关医师谈谈病患产生病痛不适的典型成因有哪些。
The common causes for conditions that we treat include sports injury, motor vehicle accidents, degeneration, and emotional stress. Those are the common causes. Another common cause for the conditions that we treat is postural syndrome. So poor posture is a common cause for a lot of pain syndrome. For example, anterior headache, rounded shoulder, lower back pain, all those could be caused by poor posture. A lot of time people sitting in the office for hours on a daily basis, that's a very common cause for pain syndrome. Lower back pain, knee pain, or neck pain is caused by poor posture.
肌肉是负责在骨头上，所以肌肉紧绷可能代表骨骼系统中的骨头位置或组合已经改变。若是如此，活动范围常会受限且疼痛。我们要休息一下，稍微做个伸展，以调整脊柱。稍后为您介绍更多脊骨神经医学有趣的细节，请锁定无上师电视台。
All information concerning the scientific evidence of climate change and its solution is in Supreme Master Ching Hai's book, From Crisis to Peace. The organic vegan way is the answer. Supreme Master Ching Hai presents the major factors associated with global warming, and more importantly, its root cause, the livestock industry.
The smartest way would be to stop the worsening of global warming by being vegan. It sounds very simple, but it is the best solution, the most effective, and the effect of it will be felt almost immediately.
a must-have for you and your friends. From Crisis to Peace book. Free to download at crisis2peace.org.
欢迎回到本节目脊骨神经医学，陈翠斐医师介绍徒手疗法2级之一，关节与背部不适的症状，常见于久坐的人。幸好脊骨神经医师能以自然的方式治疗各种症状。您也许好奇，脊骨神经科的治疗有任何潜在风险吗？会不会像服用处方药物那样，有时也会有不良的副作用？
Chiropractic treatments are usually safe when performed by properly trained and licensed chiropractic physicians. However, if there's a pre-existing medical condition that's undetected, then a chiropractic treatment might cause certain kind of complication. According to the statistics, the chance of getting any kind of complication from getting a chiropractic treatment is 0.000001%. From my years of clinical experience, I have not heard of any kind of complication that's caused by chiropractic treatments. So it's very safe.
假设你觉得脊骨神经医师也许能帮你解决健康问题好了，那么要接受脊骨神经科的哪种疗程？关医师将谈谈他的观点。
So usually when the patient comes in for the first treatment, we will have a thorough history taking, so we know what conditions the person is coming for, and then we will do orthopedic exams to find out the body condition, and then we will have a diagnosis to know how we can help the patient. It can be relaxing because usually we'll start with therapeutic massage or therapeutic body work to relax the muscles. A lot of time the tensions of the muscle can be the reason why the person is having pain. So after that is done, then we can apply electrical muscular stimulation. That's also relaxing because that increases circulation and helps the blood flow to circulate better. And then we will perform chiropractic adjustment. And a lot of time people will be afraid of the loud sound, and especially if you have watched some martial art movies, you see the neck is twisted and the person is basically gone to heaven. But that's not what chiropractic is about. Basically, the adjustment is very safe. In the neck, there are 7 vertebral bodies. For example, if the second vertebral segment is not aligned properly, what we do is we will set up the position first, and then with a quick thrust, then we correct the subluxation or misaligned segment. And then after that, the joint is freed up from the restriction that it was having. Then the range of motion is improved. Then the pain will subside. It's very effective and very relaxing. After a adjustment, usually I feel the whole body is loosened up, and the pain is certainly reduced or disappeared.
感谢关医师分享自身经验，并为我们精辟地介绍脊骨神经医学和相关疗程的细节。请于2018年7月30日周一继续收看脊骨神经医学陈翠斐医师介绍徒手疗法2级之2，来深入了解接受脊骨神经医学治疗时会有哪些情况。关医师也将为我们示范哪些有益健康的运动可以维持健康的姿势。 谢热忱的观众一同收看今天的节目。接下来，不出师徒之间，青海无上师讲经节录，拯救地球，终止生产肉品3集之一。愿上天赐福众生，永享健康与智慧。
Thank you, cordial viewers, for your company today on our program. Up next is Save Our Planet, Eliminate the Production of Meat. Excerpts of Supreme Master Qinghai's discussions, Part 1 of 3, on Between Master and Disciples. May the Providence always bless all beings with health and wisdom. For more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/HL.
Rosanna Davison from Ireland. I just want to say, be veg, go green to save the planet.
Бъдете веги, живейте зелено, да спасим планетата.
Sea vegetariano, sea ecológico para salvar el planeta.
Hai, saya Intelli Diana. Jadilah vegan, pelihara alam dan selamatkan planet kita.
Бъди вегетарианец, живей зелено, спаси нашата планета.
Minyi la maruto, nyale benanu tuaomi, ne nyade hidia, akbe.
希望大家能够跟我一起来，尽量多吃素。
Yo soy Bernarda Jorge, viceministro de Cultura de la República Dominicana. Sé vegetariano, sé ecológico, salva el planeta.
Hãy ăn chay, sống xanh và cứu địa cầu.
Itu enak banget, aku suka banget. Yummy.
素食环保救地球。
Et je n'ai qu'un mot à vous dire. Soyez végé, devenez vert et sauvez la planète.
Be veg, go green to save the planet.
Let's live and let live.
Ser vegetariano produce una serie de condiciones muy saludables en cada persona.
אני הרב דוד רוזן, אהיה צמחוני, אהיה ירוק, כדי להציל את היקום שלנו.
Be veg, go green to save the planet.
Ole vege, ole vihreä ja suojaa maapalloa.
Sé vegano, sé ecológico para salvar el planeta.
Hello, we are 4-girl rock band Nia from Korea.
Be veg, go green to save the planet.
Mina ngingudu wakanokwe, asidle uhlaza, asithande uhlaza, asivikele umhlaba wethu.
Jadilah vegan, peliharalah alam untuk selamatkan planet kita.
吃素环保救地球。
생진라 채와 방로제 안에 전불링 코레 숨겹라 도낭낭로제 Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Be veg, go green, save the planet.
ベジになってエコを実践、地球を救うために。
Be veg, go green to save the planet.
Be veg, go green to save the planet.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
Ever wonder how beautiful our planet is? With exotic birds, diverse flora and fauna, immense oceans, vast rivers, endless skies, and generous earth, all of which house, nourish, and protect every being under their loving care, without asking for any reward. Fortunate and blessed are we indeed to live on this wondrous planet and enjoy all the precious gifts this world has to offer. May the divine be loved and thanked forever. May we always remember to appreciate and care for our earth home.
사랑하는 시청자 여러분께 인사드립니다. Means greetings beloved viewers in Korean. I'm Ik-pyo in brilliant Gwangju. Advancing Korea loves what you are doing to protect our world. Heavens bless you.
Necesiniz means how are you in Azerbaijani. I am Elada from superb Baku. Deep-rooted Azerbaijan knows that without peace leaders like you, the world would suffer greatly. Our people thank you. Welcome to Noteworthy News, constructive news for a caring world.
Constructive news for a happy world. Supreme Master Television brings you good news from around our beautiful planet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our programs can be viewed online at suprememastertv.com.
In today's news, China and Bolivia deepen relations. Cuba supports peace and stability in Latin America. Vancouver, Canada hosts successful Veg Expo. Myanmar Bishop promotes peace, and Australian solar energy innovator and Russian scientist awarded with major international energy prize. All this and more on Supreme Master Television, your constructive global TV channel.
China and Bolivia continue developing relations built on mutual trust. The President of China, His Excellency Xi Jinping, welcomed the President of Bolivia, His Excellency Evo Morales, at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing before the two leaders discussed deepening their diplomatic relationship. President Xi noted that both countries stem from ancient civilizations and should explore the wisdom of their forefathers to better deal with current-day challenges. President Morales commended China's pursuit of world peace and their efforts toward developing a harmonious international community. He said China's support and aid to Bolivia's economic and social development never attaches any political conditions. Such uplifting news. Our honest appreciation. Your Excellencies Xi Jinping and Evo Morales, China and Bolivia, for providing a shining example of international cooperation. May the Providence bless China and Bolivia as you nurture your lasting friendship.
Cuba committed to enhancing peace. During his official visit to the Caribbean nation of Trinidad and Tobago, Cuba's Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Rogelio Sierra Diaz, confirmed his government's pledge to support the development of peace and stability in Latin America and the Caribbean. The two nations also agreed on cooperating in the areas of education, health, and natural disaster risk mitigation. We're deeply thankful, Cuba, for your dedication to furthering stability and peace. May your efforts add to the harmonious and steady development in Latin America and the Caribbean.
Up next, India announces plans to eliminate single-use plastics. We will just take some time to introspect within to see if all our actions today are to be proud of. Hope you're enjoying watching Noteworthy News as much as we enjoy sharing it with you. More intelligent news in just a moment.
The livestock industry is the top greenhouse gas generator. The last published findings from the United Nations in 2006 told us that the livestock industry causes greenhouse gas emissions more than all the world's transportation sectors combined. Airplane, train, cars, motorcycles, etc. altogether. Updated calculations tell us that the livestock industry is responsible for at least 50% of the global warming.
Please join us for Save Our Planet. Eliminate the production of meat. Excerpts of Supreme Master Ching Hai's discussions. Part 2 of 3 on Between Master and Disciples. On Tuesday, July 24, 2018. To find out more.
Hi, I'm Delay the Panther, and I'm a compassionate vegan. Antifreeze can leak out of your car when it overheats, leaving puddles in your garage. Be sure to clean up the puddles straight away if you have pets, because its sweet taste can be tempting, but it's a toxic substance and is quite dangerous to dogs and cats. Look out for puddles on the street as well when you are walking your dog. Thank you for tuning in, and lots of love for being veg and going green to save the planet for all humans and us all co-inhabitants. Now, the worldwide weather.
India to ban single-use plastics. India's Prime Minister, His Excellency Narendra Modi, recently announced plans to eliminate single-use plastics by 2022 as part of a national effort to curb the country's global footprint. Furthermore, India will implement a marine litter cleanup campaign, keep over 100 national monuments trash-free, and measure plastic waste released along its 7,500-kilometer coastline. Prime Minister Modi stated, "Environmental degradation hurts the poor and vulnerable the most. It is the duty of each one of us to ensure that material prosperity does not compromise our environment." Our respectful gratitude and accolades India for these eco-friendly commitments. May we all strive for a clean and thriving world.
Plant-based diet growing exponentially in Vancouver, Canada. The 5th annual Veg Expo was recently held at the Vancouver Convention Centre in British Columbia, Canada. A day for the entire family, the Expo's mission is to connect with people at all stages of their plant-based journey.
We've grown so much over the last 5 years that we are now in Vancouver Convention Centre, which is the world's most sustainable convention centre, and we are very excited to be here. We have speakers such as Kip Anderson and Don Thompson, who's an activist for animal rights, and Kip obviously is very well known for his part in the documentary Cowspiracy and What the Health, and we're really looking forward to having them. And of course we have local chefs, authors, social gatekeepers, lots of really good local talent as well.
My phone rang like it sounds like a church. The demand for vegan vegetarian foods increased by 987% in 2017. This is crazy. This is something that is completely taking off.
The event featured over 140 exhibitors, showcasing the latest products, services, and plant-based philosophies.
Hello, I am Preet Marwaha with Feeding Change here at Veg Expo 2018 in Vancouver. Really, every social issue that we have in this world comes back to the food choices we make on a daily basis. So going plant-based is not simply about our health, it's about connecting with the world, connecting with the farmers around the world that are growing all of our food, and helping them be as sustainable as the companies that we want to be.
Animals have emotions, animals have a real soul, and that's not for us to mess with. It's for us to love, it's for us to respect. And so that's a big part of what we're doing with Virtue, is to say, what are the virtuous things that we can do in our life to make a difference, and definitely through our animals.
Veg Expo organizers and exhibitors, we thank you with all our heart for sharing the plant-based way of life. May events like this continue to inspire many to choose compassionately for their health, for the environment, and most importantly, for the love of all Earth's inhabitants.
Be vegan and make peace.
Be vegan, make peace.
My name is Normiko Madden.
My name is Dylan.
Be vegan, make peace.
Myanmar Bishop promotes peace. The Most Reverend Justin Somintide, Bishop of Pan, Myanmar, uses his writing talent to compose books on peace and reconciliation, while also dedicated to serving current refugees and migrants. Peace, the title of his latest book, references letters written by His Holiness Pope Pius XII and His Holiness Pope St. John Paul II. Bishop Justin Somintide said, "We need to forget our past and engage in dialogue aimed at reconciliation so we may attain our goal of peace. Key stakeholders like the government, military, and ethnic armed groups must promote dialogue based on equality and trust." We are touched by your dedicated peace efforts, the Most Reverend Justin Somintide. May the Providence bless Myanmar with harmony and prosperity.
Coming up, researchers from the United Arab Emirates developed medical device to track body temperature. We'll step outside for a while to visit a wonderful forest that nurtures our well-being and brings calmness to our minds. Supreme Master Television will return in just a moment with more Foresighted news.
Organic Vegan, the planet cooling solution. According to the latest reports, more than 51% of the greenhouse gases that heat up the planet are from the animal industry. So if we stop it, the planet cools off by at least more than half. By using all the world's tillable land to cultivate organic vegetables and fruits instead, we eliminate a further 40% of the CO2. Plus, save $32 trillion in climate mitigation costs. Save millions of climate refugees each year. Save lives lost through disasters. Save many island nations from sinking. Save oceans from acidification and dead zones. Save glaciers, lakes, and rivers from dying. Save nations from desertification. Save the lungs of the earth from deforestation. Save over 1 billion world citizens, including children, from hunger. Restore the health of the world's citizens. Save the planet for us and future generations. What are we waiting for? Be veg, go green to save the planet.
Supreme Master Ching Hai. Welcome back to Noteworthy News, visionary news for an enlightening world.
United Arab Emirates researchers developed temperature tracking device. Researchers at the United Arab Emirates University, UAEU, in the capital city of Abu Dhabi, have designed a device called Tempo, which can monitor a person's bodily temperature 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the individual's temperature is higher or lower than the safe level, the device will emit a signal from its alarm system. Dr. Jabir Abugdieri, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineer at UAEU, said their reason for inventing the device was to help those who require care yet are unable to express their discomfort. Tempo will also help simplify the routine temperature checkup carried out by medical staff at hospitals and meanwhile facilitate an ongoing tracking of the patient's temperature. We applaud your thoughtful innovation, Dr. Jabir Abugdieri, and researchers of the United Arab Emirates University. May we see more such caring inventions with Allah's blessings.
Australian solar energy innovator and Russian scientist awarded with the prestigious International Energy Prize. Professor Martin Green, director of the Australian Centre for Advanced Photovoltaics at the University of New South Wales, recently became the first Australian to receive the highly regarded Russian Global Energy Prize. Professor Green was honored for transforming the efficiency and price of solar photovoltaics and making it the lowest cost choice for mass-scale electricity supply. Sergei Alexenko, Russian scientist and a member of the Russian Academy of Sciences, was honored for creating the Thermophysics Foundation for modern energy and energy-saving technology development. Congratulations, Professor Martin Green and Sergei Alexenko. We are more than grateful for your transformational achievements in renewable and contemporary energy advancement. May every corner of our world soon enjoy efficient, eco-friendly power.
Time now to enjoy the joke of the day entitled Lunch with Grandfather.
Two little boys were visiting their grandfather, and he took them to a restaurant for lunch. They couldn't make up their minds about what they wanted to eat. Finally, the grandfather grinned at the server and said, Just bring the bread and water. One of the little boys looked up and quavered.
Can I have ketchup on it, please?
And now, we have a heartline from Huimin in Taiwan or Formosa.
吴尚书电视台您好，自从电视台重新开播，我在上班时间都用手机小声播放，同事们也变得越来越柔和开朗。开播后不久，有一天下午，窗外树上突然间飞来一群小鸟，快乐的唱歌，整个办公室都可以听到他们欢乐的高唱着，仿佛在庆祝吴尚书电视台重新开播。还有一次，另一层楼的同事下楼来办事，经过时突然之间脱口而出：“哇，你们这里好光亮啊！”然后微笑满足地离开。我想是吴尚书电视台的光亮照亮了整层办公室，温暖了同事们的心。感谢青海吴尚书和吴尚书电视台的员工，谢谢你们的努力，带来生活中这么多的美好。慧敏，来自台湾福尔摩沙，台北。
Ni hao or hello, cheerful Huimin. Thank you for such beautiful lines. We're always happy to hear others' experiences on how Supreme Master Television is lightening the atmosphere wherever it is played. Much gratitude to our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai for making it all happen. Wishing you heaven's love and blessings, Supreme Master TV staff. Master sends her love and many thanks to you.
We welcome your heartlines and stories. Please send them to heartline@suprememastertv.com.
We sure have enjoyed spending time with you on Noteworthy News.
May your heart be uplifted by celestial melodies, wishing you a jubilant week.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
For more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/NWN.
A people that values its privileges above its principles soon loses both. Dwight D. Eisenhower, 34th President of the United States. According to the World Bank, developing countries across the globe generate about 1/3 of global greenhouse gas emissions and endure 80% of their harmful impacts. My humanity is bound up in yours, for we can only be human together. The Most Reverend Desmond Tutu, Archbishop of South Africa. My piece of bread only belongs to me when I know that everyone else has a share and that no one starves while I eat. Leo Tolstoy, renowned Russian author, vegetarian.
Be veg, go green to save the planet.
Stop eating the flesh. Stop killing for food. Stop eating the fish. This will help restore the balance of both the ocean and land immediately. Fish are God's creations that we should also care for, respect, protect, not to eat. We should be looking for ways to help the fish, to protect them and all the marine life from the devastating effects of climate change. Once we start thinking in this way, we are in a better position for ourselves, for the fish and for the planet.
Let us watch on to find out more.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you. Today's episode will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Aulacese, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Croatian, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Russian, Sinhalese, Spanish, and Thai.
Xin gửi lời chào nồng nhiệt đến quý khán giả yêu hòa bình. Tôi là Yến Trang, đến từ vùng cao nguyên tĩnh lặng tại quốc gia Âu Lạc, còn được biết là Việt Nam. Quốc gia Âu Lạc Mỹ Miều là sự tổng hòa từ 54 dân tộc anh em và cộng đồng người Mèo luôn là một phần của tổng thể quốc gia Âu Lạc, góp phần làm phong phú văn hóa dân tộc Âu Lạc, Việt Nam. Dân tộc Mèo được biết đến với nền văn hóa phong phú, độc đáo và giàu bản sắc, đặc biệt chú trọng vào đời sống tinh thần đa dạng. Người Mèo đã thể hiện tâm hồn tự do tràn đầy sức sống cùng sự tài hoa của họ qua những bộ trang phục truyền thống xinh đẹp, độc đáo cùng màu sắc tươi tắn, sinh động. Với tinh thần lao động cần cù và sáng tạo, người Mèo đã tạo nên những ruộng lúa bậc thang nằm trải dài trên các sườn đồi. Bức tranh thửa ruộng bậc thang đặc sắc của người Mèo đã trở thành những tác phẩm nghệ thuật khiến bạn bè trong và ngoài nước thán phục. Dân tộc Mèo chúng tôi xin chúc quý khán giả thánh thiện luôn nhận được nhiều niềm vui qua lễ hội ruộng bậc thang vào mùa lúa chín của dân tộc Mèo. Thật hân hạnh giới thiệu đến quý vị đôi nét về quốc gia Âu Lạc, Việt Nam mến thương của chúng tôi. Kính chúc tháng ngày của quý vị tràn đầy tình thương hoàn mỹ của Thượng Đế. Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư đã soi sáng thế giới bằng giáo lý thiêng liêng. Là một vị minh sư toàn giác, Ngài truyền đạt pháp môn Quán Âm cho những ai khao khát tức khắc tìm lại Thượng Đế tánh bên trong, hầu đạt được giải thoát vĩnh hằng trong kiếp này, khỏi vòng sinh tử luân hồi. Pháp môn Quán Âm đã được tu tập bởi tất cả các vị minh sư như Đức Phật, Chúa Giêsu, nhà tiên tri Mohammed, hòa bình đến với Ngài, và đạo sư Nanak. Ngài đã nhấn mạnh nếu chúng ta luôn tưởng nhớ Thượng Đế, phục vụ tha nhân một cách vô ngã và tuân theo luật vũ trụ, chúng ta sẽ đạt được tiềm năng tối thượng của con người và thật sự hiểu được mục đích của mình trên địa cầu này. Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư là một tấm gương sống phi thường về lòng từ bi. Ngài thường xuyên cứu trợ bằng hiện vật và tài chính, đồng thời gửi gắm tình thương cho những người tị nạn, vô gia cư, nạn nhân thiên tai và những người cần được trợ giúp khác. Vào năm 2006, Ngài đã nhận giải Gucci Hòa Bình, được xem như giải Nobel Hòa Bình ở phương Đông, và được vinh danh suốt nhiều năm với rất nhiều giải thưởng khác, cùng những lời ngợi ca về hoạt động nhân đạo và thiện nguyện tuyệt vời của Ngài. Là tiếng nói chân thành cho các bạn thú xinh đẹp, Ngài khuyến khích lối dinh dưỡng thuần thực vật, hòa bình và bác ái, và những viễn cảnh tươi sáng với sự thức tỉnh của nhân loại về sự thiêng liêng của muôn loài. Một thế giới thuần chay bình yên và huy hoàng nơi các bạn thú và con người sống trong hạnh phúc hòa hợp. Những sáng kiến của Ngài nhằm phổ biến xu hướng thuần chay rất đa dạng, bao gồm phân phát tờ rơi lối sống mới, chuỗi nhà hàng thuần chay quốc tế Loving Hut, truyền hình Vô Thượng Sư, cũng như trao đổi thường xuyên với quan chức chính phủ có tầm ảnh hưởng và nhà lãnh đạo giới truyền thông, cũng như tham gia các buổi hội thảo truyền hình về nhận thức của chúng ta đối với biến đổi khí hậu. Những nỗ lực của Ngài đã mang lại ảnh hưởng to lớn tới nhận thức toàn cầu về lối sống thân thiện với các bạn thú và làm sao lối sống từ ái này có thể mang đến hòa bình trường tồn giữa các quốc gia, đồng thời cứu địa cầu khỏi nạn biến đổi khí hậu. Qua nhiều năm, Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư đã du hành khắp thế giới, từ châu Mỹ đến châu Phi, từ châu Âu đến châu Đại Dương, và đã tổ chức hàng trăm buổi thuyết giảng trước công chúng cùng các đệ tử về nhiều chủ đề tâm linh. Hôm nay, chúng tôi hân hạnh được trình chiếu một trong những bài thuyết giảng sâu sắc với tựa đề Cứu địa cầu, ngưng sản xuất thịt, trích đoạn các buổi thảo luận của Ngài Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư, phần 1 của 3 phần trên giữa thầy và trò, được giảng bằng tiếng Anh.
You heard an interview with Professor Kirk Smith at the University of California at Berkeley in the US, who said reducing methane would buy us critical time in the fight against climate change. He also said that livestock were the greatest human-caused source of methane and suggested government tax meat to reduce consumption. Supreme Master, can you please help us to understand how reducing human-caused methane will cool the planet faster than reducing CO2?
Scientifically speaking, methane ends its effect much faster than CO2, yeah? And its warming potential is greater than CO2. So if the methane is gone out, then we cool the planet quicker. And the methane dissipates out of the atmosphere in 9 to 15 years, but the CO2 lingers for an estimated range of 40 to 200 years. So because methane goes out faster and heats up the climate more, so if it goes out, then the Earth cools more and quicker compared to CO2 effect. So some intergovernmental panel on climate change scientists say that eliminating livestock farming would be the fastest way to bring down methane and cool the planet, thus buying critical time, in the fight against global warming, as they said. So in an interview with the Supreme Master TV, Dr. Kirk Smith stated that the CO2 emissions could still be hitting the planet 1,000 years after they are emitted. Can you imagine? So if we want to see the cooling of our planet in the next 1 or 2 decades, it's more effective to reduce methane first. And because the greatest source of methane on the planet is from livestock, so to be a vegan is the fastest way to reduce methane, thus bring cooling to the planet successfully and fast.
Thank you so much for your work. And here in Southern California, there's a drought currently, and talking about water rationing. And what do the experts in the interviews have to say?
The expert told us a lot of things, yes. They say that California right now is headed toward the worst drought in California recorded history, the worst drought they're heading to. The Sierra Nevada mountains, which supply much of the rest of California's water, is supplying now 61% of the usual amount in this past winter season. Winter season even. We're not talking about summer yet, when it's dry. California produces 50% of fruit, vegetables, and nuts that are grown in the United States. But the U.S. government has announced that farmers will not be able to buy any water from the state. Imagine this. They supply 50% of your fruit and vegetable, but now they're not able to buy any water from the state. And their state is in the drought predicament because the main source of water for farmers is expected to go dry this year. Greenhouse gases are causing deserts to expand in California. Elsewhere as well, but now we just zoom in California, yeah? Moreover, 2 of the largest man-made lakes in the U.S., Lake Mead and Lake Powell, will be dry in the next decade, 2021. These lakes and the Colorado River system that fills them provide water to nearly 8% of the U.S. population. Now they're drying. They'll be completely dry soon. So, picture all this, see? Stockholm International Water Institute states that 70% of water is used by agriculture. Of that amount, a lot of it is going into planting corn and soy, and that is to feed animals, not humans. That's why we're short of water, short of food. It's a waste of precious food, not just our precious water as well. The experts also calculate that 1 kilogram of beef takes 5,000 to 20,000 liters of water to produce, but 1 kilogram of wheat takes only 500 to 2,000 liters of water. That is 1/10, 10% of the amount of water for meat, you see? At a time when we have water shortage and all the reservoirs are dwindling at such an alarming rate, we are truly afraid that even if we don't take a shower at all, it will not do much help. Because all the human uses and everything come together is only 30% of water around the world. Everything else is mostly used for meat industry, 70% of it. You see that? So even if you and I go ascetic, we don't even wash clothes. We go like the Himalaya yogis, the the one who doesn't wear clothes and we don't wash ourselves, we put ash on our body forever, it won't help the planet. Meat industry should be cut. That will help the planet. That will help to reserve our water, to refuel our lakes and our river again. That is physically and scientifically speaking. I'm not talking about the merit, the bad karmic contribution that we are doing to ourselves by harming others and torturing animals and killing them just to save our stomach. Okay? On the other hand, if we forego 1 pound of beef, we can save more water than we stop showering for half a year. Just don't eat 4 hamburgers, and you can shower half a year every day, generously. Can you imagine the big difference like that? So if we really want to save the water for the world to be able to use for our daily necessity, not to talk about future generations, then we have to change to a vegetarian diet, animal-free diet. Animal industry must be out. That's it. Thank you. Fishing contributes to global warming primarily by disturbing the complex ecosystems of the world's oceans. Balanced marine ecosystems are extremely important, as more than 2/3 of the planet is covered by oceans. They provide half of the world's oxygen and play a major part in regulating the global climate. So life on Earth truly depends very much on the ocean for survival. In addition, oceans also absorb atmospheric CO2, carbon dioxide, which directly helps to cool our planet. These are just a few among the great things that the oceans do to disturb the balance of the seas, thus ultimately places our own lives in danger. So we could say that it is in our interest to care for the oceans if we want to survive, and all the life that they contain, including fish. Fish farms are like on-land factory farms. They have similar problems environmentally, with impact that includes polluting the bodies of waters. The farmed fish are contained in big netted areas of the ocean shore with uneaten food, fish waste, antibiotics, or other drugs and chemicals that pass into the surrounding waters, where they harm our ecosystems and polluted our drinking source. Depleting wild fish stocks. Also, fish like salmon that are eaten by humans are usually fed huge amounts of other fishes like anchovies. Studies have found that for every kilo of salmon that is sold in a supermarket, 4 kilos of wild fish have to be caught to feed the salmon. This practice also endangers sea animals, like sea lions and birds that are thought to be a threat, are often harassed with firecrackers or loud underwater speakers, causing pain, disorientation, and hearing loss. To marine mammals and others are often even shot dead. These are just a few of the problems associated with fish farming, which have become bigger as the fishing has increased. So the issues arising from related industries like the production of food for salmon have also been on the rise. In Peru, for example, Fish food is made from anchovies, which causes illness for the adults who are closely involved in its production, as well as asthma and skin disease in young children from the toxic smoke that pours out onto the streets from the factories, along with pollution to the nearby ocean waters, of course. This fish production also affects bird population, with some like the guano bird having declined by 90% in number. So the result is that consumers can buy cheap fish, but it comes with a very heavy, expensive cost to our children's health and a degraded environment. Meanwhile, if we say that the ocean ecosystems are dependent on fish populations to be balanced, then those ecosystems are extremely imbalanced right now. Scientists estimate that more than 90% of the ocean's big fish have disappeared over the last 50 years due to commercial fishing. They warned that at the present rate of fishing, there will be a global collapse of all species being fished by 2050, and say that recovery efforts need to be started immediately. So what we are seeing from these fish and marine life are signs of distress. And from the oceans themselves, we are seeing other signs such as warming temperatures, rising sea levels, increasing acidification, and terrible levels of pollution. So global warming is affecting the oceans, which in turn is affecting the fish. This is an equally urgent situation as the one presented by livestock industry. And it has the exact same solution. Stop eating the flesh. Stop killing for food. Stop eating the fish. This will help restore the balance of both the ocean and land immediately. Fish are God's creations that we should also care for, respect, protect, not to eat. We should be looking for ways to help the fish, to protect them and all the marine life from the devastating effects of climate change. Once we start thinking in this way, we are in a better position for ourselves, for the fish, and for the planet. Thank you.
Are the recent disasters around the world somehow connected with the billions of animals slaughtered every year for human consumption?
Of course it is. As you sow, so shall you reap. And like attract like. Scientifically speaking, spiritually speaking, we have been warned. So all the disasters that have happened around the world, of course, are connected with the human unkindness to the co-inhabitants. That was the price we have to pay for what we have done to the innocents, who have done us no harm, who are also the children of God, who has been sent to earth to help us and to cheer our days. Because generally, humans also have very good merit before they came to earth. And that's why they became human, because of their good merit. So from their good merit, there have been a give and take and deduction and addition. Otherwise, if things have not been canceling out some of the bad retribution, then it would have been worse. Or the earth might have been disappeared altogether already. But luckily, the human also do have some good merit, and they have not run out yet. Some of their good merit have not run out yet. And that's why we are still hanging in here. Like yesterday, I told one of my assistants, I said, you know, we should feel very lucky that we here, you know, still have water to drink. Oh my God, many countries in the world are short of water. Do you understand this? Just a basic thing. Nothing luxury, water. Keep getting shorter and shorter every day. Can you imagine? Some people go even 10 plus kilometers every day just to get water to bring it back to their family. Truly it's like that. In Africa, many countries are like that. And now in India and China, even America, many places became short of water. Basic necessity only. Why? Because they use up all the water from the river to divert it into, you know, big farm factory, yeah, you know, like animal farm factory. They have to use a lot of water to give the animals to drink, and then use the water to grow the crops for the animals to eat. And when they kill the animals, or before they kill the animal, they have to use water to clean their pens every day and wash it down into the stream. And when they kill the animals, they need a lot of water to clean up also. And when people eat it at home, they also use water again to clean it and to cook it. So there's no end. There was enough water for all of us, plus over for everyone. We began this industry of meat diet. Then everything get worse. More hospital, more medicine, more sickness, yeah, more shortage of any kind, more temperature rise, and more suffering, yeah, more disasters, more hunger, more war. I said killing is never right. Yes. I told the journalist, I wish I could say otherwise. That would make me even more popular. You know, I told him, meat is one of the most powerful industries in every country. If I have not forbid you to eat meat, I would have had more disciples. Easy. We can't. I say the truth cannot be altered, no matter what. I said to him, I put myself even in danger, telling the truth. But I have to save my planet. I don't know if you want to save your planet, but I want to save my planet. I want to save my people. I don't know if you want to save your people. I want to save my people. My people is whom? Huh? It's you, your relatives, your friends, your countrymen, your world citizens, your pets, your children, your future great-great-great-grandchildren, the animals, all the harmless, meek, weak, innocent animals. These are all my people. I want to save them all yesterday already. I can't tell any otherwise. Even if we have another alternative plan to save the planet without going the whole country vegan, how? How many more people have to die? You understand me? For that, because of meat diet, because of the harmful effect of meat industry. How many more countries have to be eroded, financially kaput, for a piece of meat that we put in our mouth? How many more islands, nations have to sink for that piece of meat that we put in our mouth? How many millions more refugees, climate refugees, we want to look at for that piece of meat that we put in our mouth? How many billions more animals we want to see cramped, suffer, agonizing in those cramped, small crate factory we want to see. For that little piece of meat that we put in our mouth, that we could change it. We have tofu, we have all kind of protein nowadays even. It's not like we're starving without meat. It's not. It's not necessary at all to eat meat. Besides, it's poisonous. It's been proven already. Not to talk about climate change, climate refugees or anything. How many more patients we want to see languishing in the hospitals between life and death, or death because of that piece of meat that we put in our mouth? How many more families we want to break up due to this kind of disease and death caused by meat? How many more children we want to see suffer with heart disease, cancers at young age already because of meat diet? How many more family we want to see childless because women who eat meat have very less chance to conceive children? And then how many of this young aspiring mother we want to see going through, this kind of poke and pigs, what they call IVF, pregnancy, it's a painful procedure for husband and wife who have no children, have to go through like artificial insemination. It's very painful, time-consuming, agonizing, and suffering. And the hope is not 100% even. Not like you spend a lot of money, a lot of time, stressful, fighting inside with each other even because of stress for a child. Not that you go through all that, then you have a child 100%. No, not all of them are working. And how much more suffering we want to see just for that piece of meat that we could change for a better piece of protein. It's the same protein, it's just one a second hand from animals, the others direct from what the animal eat and digest it and then become the meat. It's such a waste. And how much more energies we want to waste into producing meat. How much more grains, food we want to waste to raise animals at the cost of starvation of millions of other people. Right now we have 1 billion people already go back to hunger. Every 5 seconds a child dies from hunger. Every 5 seconds. While I'm sitting here talking to you, how many children dying or dead already? How many more we want to see? How long we can afford to bargain in the face of this suffering of our own kind and of the animals, of the environment? I can go on forever, but I didn't prepare my speech. It's all really not worth it. It's all really a degrading choice to eat meat. We can't bargain. We can't say, well, let's take it easy. We probably have a better idea, a better plan than be vegan. What better plan? What better plan? Even if we have better plan, suppose we have better plan, should we choose it? Should we choose a better plan than vegan, which save billions of lives, save the animals, save our children, save our planet? Should we choose a second plan? A plan B? There is no plan B. Even if there is a plan B, it's not humane to choose a plan in disregarding the suffering of our own kind, of other beings on this planet, and of the danger that we're facing, the climate change, which will easily destroy the whole planet and, probably all or most of the beings on this planet. Sometimes people say that the meat industry, being so powerful as it is, they can lobby anything, lobby government, lobby Congress, lobby Parliament even, to support their business. To them, it's just business. But to the people, to the consumers, it's life and death. It's suffering or happiness. It's intelligence or dull-wittedness. It's not a business. A business should be providing to the people what they need to benefit them. And then, meanwhile, benefit yourself as well. That should be a good business. A business is not to give people poison either ignorantly or purposely to cause them harm, sickness, suffering, agony in any kind, just to profit ourselves. That is not a proper business. For a Christian, for a Muslim, for a Buddhist, for a Jain, for a Sikh, none of us, none of these people should do any of this kind of business. Business to kill people, business to harm people, business to kill the innocent animals, they are no good business. They are contrary to God's will, and thus we should avoid. Yes. I told you, meat industry very powerful. They can buy the government, lobby the Parliament, bypass Congress. What do you think? Huh? Why there's so many advertisements about meat and milk everywhere? Even I didn't know that milk was harmful to human health until recently that we do research. And when we had mad cow disease, in those times even, they even say, oh, milk has nothing to do with mad cow disease. Milk is safe. And people believe it. How? How can you take something safe from something sick? And mad cow disease is not curable even. It's deadly. It's fatal. Every time. So how many more people we want to die for this piece of meat that we put in our mouth? How many children we want to kill for that piece of meat that we put in our mouth that we could even change for tofu or, gluten or any other things, and still stay healthy, happy, and better even. Do you understand? This is a question we should ask ourselves. No plan B. No, never. Now that we know the truth, we just speak it out. No plan B, no compromise. Whatever we say, if it concerns to people's life, children's health, families' happiness, we have to do it wholeheartedly. Some young people die now, young people even die from flu. Imagine how their parents suffer. Imagine how their sister, brothers suffer. Some pregnant women die with full of hope in them. Hope for the child to be born in their family, to bring happiness to her husband, to the parents, to grandmother, father. Just die like that. Flu, swine flu. For the piece of meat that we want to put in our mouth, which is filthy, poisonous, bloody, inhumane. So there's no plan B. Is there? No. Okay.
Quý khán giả khả ái, cảm ơn quý vị cùng theo dõi chương trình hôm nay, tựa đề Cứu địa cầu, ngưng sản xuất thịt, trích đoạn các buổi thảo luận của Ngài Thanh Hải Vô Thượng Sư, phần 1 của 3 phần trên giữa thầy và trò. Xin vui lòng giữ làn sóng truyền hình Vô Thượng Sư để xem thêm nhiều chương trình khẳng định. Tiếp theo là trích kinh Phật giáo, kinh Diệu Pháp Liên Hoa, chương 1, phần 2 của 3 phần trên lời Thánh Khải. Xin Thượng Đế là ánh sáng dẫn đạo đưa quý vị đến con đường của trí huệ và khai ngộ.
May God be the guiding light that leads you to the path of wisdom and enlightenment. For more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/BMD.
At the center of Hinduism lies the world peace, our unity with the universe, and good wishes for all. Let us pray for peace with two respected Hindu Brahmins on Supreme Master Television, Tuesday, July 24th. Om. Peace, peace, peace.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
Ever wonder how beautiful our planet is? With exotic birds, diverse flora and fauna, immense oceans, vast rivers, endless skies, and generous earth, all of which house, nourish, and protect every being under their loving care, without asking for any reward. Fortunate and blessed are we indeed to live on this wondrous planet and enjoy all the precious gifts this world has to offer. May the divine be loved and thanked forever. May we always remember to appreciate and care for our earth home.
사랑하는 시청자 여러분께 인사드립니다. Means greetings beloved viewers in Korean. I'm Ik-pyo in brilliant Gwangju. Advancing Korea loves what you are doing to protect our world. Heavens bless you.
Necesiniz means how are you in Azerbaijani. I am Elada from superb Baku. Deep-rooted Azerbaijan knows that without peace leaders like you, the world would suffer greatly. Our people thank you. Welcome to Noteworthy News, constructive news for a caring world.
Constructive news for a happy world. Supreme Master Television brings you good news from around our beautiful planet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our programs can be viewed online at suprememastertv.com.
In today's news, China and Bolivia deepen relations. Cuba supports peace and stability in Latin America. Vancouver, Canada hosts successful Veg Expo. Myanmar Bishop promotes peace, and Australian solar energy innovator and Russian scientist awarded with major international energy prize. All this and more on Supreme Master Television, your constructive global TV channel.
China and Bolivia continue developing relations built on mutual trust. The President of China, His Excellency Xi Jinping, welcomed the President of Bolivia, His Excellency Evo Morales at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing before the two leaders discussed deepening their diplomatic relationship. President Xi noted that both countries stem from ancient civilizations and should explore the wisdom of their forefathers to better deal with current-day challenges. President Morales commended China's pursuit of world peace and their efforts toward developing a harmonious international community. He said China's support and aid to Bolivia's economic and social development never attaches any political conditions. Such uplifting news. Our earnest appreciation. Your Excellencies Xi Jinping and Evo Morales, China and Bolivia, for providing a shining example of international cooperation. May the Providence bless China and Bolivia as you nurture your lasting friendship.
Cuba committed to enhancing peace. During his official visit to the Caribbean nation of Trinidad and Tobago, Cuba's Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Rogelio Sierra Diaz, confirmed his government's pledge to support the development of peace and stability in Latin America and the Caribbean. The two nations also agreed on cooperating in the areas of education, health, and natural disaster risk mitigation. We're deeply thankful, Cuba, for your dedication to furthering stability and peace. May your efforts add to the harmonious and steady development in Latin America and the Caribbean.
Up next, India announces plans to eliminate single-use plastics. We will just take some time to introspect within to see if all our actions today are to be proud of. Hope you're enjoying watching Noteworthy News as much as we enjoy sharing it with you. More intelligent news in just a moment.
For those who have found true love, flowers of Eden bloom in their souls, heaven and earth existing harmoniously, glorifying each other, creating an everlasting legend. Embracing soul and spirit, listening to the sun, moon and stars, reciting the secrets of eternity. Glittering stars vie for attention with the sun and the moon, revealing your boundless love. Let's ascend to the remote spaces of antiquity and start a brand new future. Your love permeates the universe, cleanses all creations. It turns war into peace, desolation into vibrancy, and the ignorant into wise saints. Overwhelmed with present surprises, we chant our praise for God's limitless grace.
Hi, I'm Delay the Panther, and I'm a compassionate vegan. Antifreeze can leak out of your car when it overheats, leaving puddles in your garage. Be sure to clean up the puddles straight away if you have pets, because its sweet taste can be tempting. But it's a toxic substance and is quite dangerous to dogs and cats. Look out for puddles on the street as well when you are walking your dog. Thank you for tuning in, and lots of love for being veg and going green to save the planet for all humans and us all co-inhabitants. Now the worldwide weather.
India to ban single-use plastics. India's Prime Minister, His Excellency Narendra Modi, recently announced plans to eliminate single-use plastics by 2022 as part of a national effort to curb the country's global footprint. Furthermore, India will implement a marine litter cleanup campaign, keep over 100 national monuments trash-free, and measure plastic waste released along its 7,500-kilometer coastline. Prime Minister Modi stated, "Environmental degradation hurts the poor and vulnerable the most. It is the duty of each one of us to ensure that material prosperity does not compromise our environment." Our respectful gratitude and accolades India for these eco-friendly commitments. May we all strive for a clean and thriving world.
Plant-based diet growing exponentially in Vancouver, Canada. The 5th annual Veg Expo was recently held at the Vancouver Convention Centre in British Columbia, Canada. A day for the entire family, the Expo's mission is to connect with people at all stages of their plant-based journey.
We've grown so much over the last 5 years that we are now in Vancouver Convention Centre, which is the world's most sustainable convention centre, and we are very excited to be here. We have speakers such as Kip Anderson and Don Thompson, who's an activist for animal rights, and Kip obviously is very well known for his part in the documentary Cowspiracy and What the Health, and we're really looking forward to having them. And of course we have local chefs, authors, social gatekeepers, lots of really good local talent as well.
My phone rang like it sounds like a church. The demand for vegan vegetarian foods increased by 987% in 2017. This is crazy. This is something that is completely taking off.
The event featured over 140 exhibitors, showcasing the latest products, services, and plant-based philosophies.
Hello, I am Preet Marwaha with Feeding Change here at Veg Expo 2018 in Vancouver. Really, every social issue that we have in this world comes back to the food choices we make on a daily basis. So going plant-based is not simply about our health, it's about connecting with the world, connecting with the farmers around the world that are growing all of our food, and helping them be as sustainable as the companies that we want to be.
Animals have emotions, animals have a real soul, and that's not for us to mess with. It's for us to love, it's for us to respect. And so that's a big part of what we're doing with Virtue, is to say, what are the virtuous things that we can do in our life to make a difference, and definitely through our animals.
Veg Expo organizers and exhibitors, we thank you with all our heart for sharing the plant-based way of life. May events like this continue to inspire many to choose compassionately for their health, for the environment, and most importantly, for the love of all Earth's inhabitants.
Be vegan and make peace.
Be vegan, make peace.
My name is Normiko Madden.
My name is Dylan.
Be vegan, make peace.
Myanmar Bishop promotes peace. The Most Reverend Justin Somin-Thait, Bishop of Pan, Myanmar, uses his writing talent to compose books on peace and reconciliation, while also dedicated to serving current refugees and migrants. Peace, the title of his latest book, references letters written by His Holiness Pope Pius XII and His Holiness Pope St. John Paul II. Bishop Justin Somin-Thait said, "We need to forget our past and engage in dialogue aimed at reconciliation so we may attain our goal of peace. Key stakeholders like the government, military, and ethnic armed groups must promote dialogue based on equality and trust." We are touched by your dedicated peace efforts, the Most Reverend Justin Somin-Thait. May the Providence bless Myanmar with harmony and prosperity.
Coming up, researchers from the United Arab Emirates developed medical device to track body temperature. We'll step outside for a while to visit a wonderful forest that nurtures our well-being and brings calmness to our minds. Supreme Master Television will return in just a moment with more foresighted news.
Do you know the global meat substitutes market is expected to garner a revenue of $5.2 billion by 2020? And at least 7 of the 15 most well-funded food and beverage startups are plant-based.
Welcome back to Noteworthy News, visionary news for an enlightening world.
United Arab Emirates researchers developed temperature tracking device. Researchers at the United Arab Emirates University, UAEU, in the capital city of Abu Dhabi, have designed a device called Tempo, which can monitor a person's bodily temperature 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the individual's temperature is higher or lower than the safe level, the device will emit a signal from its alarm system. Dr. Jabir Abugdieri, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineer at UAEU, said their reason for inventing the device was to help those who require care yet are unable to express their discomfort. Tempo will also help simplify the routine temperature checkup carried out by medical staff at hospitals and meanwhile facilitate an ongoing tracking of the patient's temperature. We applaud your thoughtful innovation, Dr. Jabir Abugdieri, and researchers of the United Arab Emirates University. May we see more such caring inventions with Allah's blessings.
Australian solar energy innovator and Russian scientist awarded with the prestigious International Energy Prize. Professor Martin Green, director of the Australian Centre for Advanced Photovoltaics at the University of New South Wales, recently became the first Australian to receive the highly regarded Russian Global Energy Prize. Professor Green was honored for transforming the efficiency and price of solar photovoltaics and making it the lowest cost choice for mass-scale electricity supply. Sergei Alexenko, Russian scientist and a member of the Russian Academy of Sciences, was honored for creating the Thermophysics Foundation for modern energy and energy-saving technology development. Congratulations, Professor Martin Green and Sergei Alexenko. We are more than grateful for your transformational achievements in renewable and contemporary energy advancement. May every corner of our world soon enjoy efficient, eco-friendly power.
Time now to enjoy the joke of the day entitled Lunch with Grandfather.
Two little boys were visiting their grandfather, and he took them to a restaurant for lunch. They couldn't make up their minds about what they wanted to eat. Finally, the grandfather grinned at the server and said, "Just bring the bread and water." One of the little boys looked up and quavered,
"Can I have ketchup on it, please?"
And now, we have a heartline from Huimin in Taiwan or Formosa.
无上师电视台您好，自从电视台重新开播，我在上班时间都用手机小声播放，同事们也变得越来越柔和开朗。开播后不久，有一天下午，窗外树上突然间飞来一群小鸟，快乐地唱歌。整个办公室都可以听到他们欢乐地高唱着，仿佛在庆祝无上师电视台重新开播。还有一次，另一层楼的同事下楼来办事，经过时突然之间脱口而出：“哇，你们这里好光亮啊！”然后微笑满足地离开。 我想是无上师电视台的光亮照亮了整层办公室，温暖了同事们的心。感谢青海无上师和无上师电视台的员工，谢谢你们的努力，带来生活中这么多的美好。慧敏，来自台湾福尔摩沙，台北。
你好 or hello, cheerful Huimin. Thank you for such beautiful lines. We're always happy to hear others' experiences on how Supreme Master Television is lightening the atmosphere wherever it is played. Much gratitude to our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai for making it all happen. Wishing you heaven's love and blessings, Supreme Master TV staff. Master sends her love and many thanks to you.
We welcome your heartlines and stories. Please send them to heartline@suprememastertv.com.
We sure have enjoyed spending time with you on Noteworthy News.
May your heart be uplifted by celestial melodies, wishing you a jubilant week.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
For more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/NWN.
Hi there, we're Eliza and Eric Roberts. Be veg, go green.
To save the planet.
We, all of us are watching the world's best television network on the planet, which is operated and hosted by Supreme Master Ching Hai.
Hi, I'm Madison Pettis. Be veg, go green, to save the planet.
Hey, it's Jordan Melfi, and you're watching Supreme Master Television.
Hey, I'm Sammy Hanratty. Be veg, go green, to save the planet.
I'm Lisa Bloom from CNN and CBS News. Thank you so much for all the great work you're doing. Be veg, go green, to save the planet.
Hey, this is Jimmy Jean-Louis from Heroes. Be veg, go green, and save the world.
Hey, it's Josh Moore, and you guys should be veg, go green, save the planet.
Hi, my name is Avian Baker. Be veg, go green, save the planet.
Hi, I'm Olden Parnes, former NBA player. Help the planet. No more meat.
Hi, I'm Danny Thorne. You know what I say? I say, be veg, go green, and save the planet.
I'm Stephanie Scott. I'm Bella Thorne. Be veg, go green, save the planet. Woohoo!
Mabuhay, long life, good health.
The Lotus Sutra, literally Sutra on the White Lotus of the Sublime Dharma. It's one of the most popular and influential Mahayana sutras. Please watch on to find out more.
รายการวันนี้จะนำเสนอเป็นภาษาไทยพร้อมคำบรรยายเป็นภาษาอาหรับอัลลักหรือที่เรียกว่าเวียดนามบัลแกเรียจีนเช็กอังกฤษฝรั่งเศสเยอรมันอินโดฮังการีอินโดนีเซียอิตาลีญี่ปุ่นเกาหลีมาเลย์มองโกเลียเปอร์เซียโปแลนด์โปรตุเกสปัญจาบรัสเซียสเปนและไทยขอเจริญพรท่านสาธุชนที่สง่างามอาตมาภาพพระมหาฤทธิชัยกัลยาโนจากจังหวัดพิษณุโลกประเทศไทยคนขอเราปรารถนาให้ทุกวันของท่าน เติมเต็มไปด้วยความเมตตาอันมหาศาลของพระเจ้าวันนี้เรานำเสนอท่านจากพระคัมภีร์อันศักดิ์สิทธิ์ของพระพุทธศาสนาพระสัทธรรมปุณณริกสูตรแห่งธรรมะที่ดีเยี่ยมบทที่1ตอนที่2ของ3เราจะแบ่งปันท่านด้วยปัญญาแห่งพระพุทธศาสนาพระพุทธเจ้าหรือพระโคดมพระพุทธเจ้าหรือที่เรียกว่าพระสักยมุนีพระพุทธเจ้าเป็นมหาอาจารย์ทางจิตวิญญาณผู้ยิ่งใหญ่จากอินเดียโบราณเมื่อประสูติทรงมีพระนามว่าเจ้าชายสิทธัตถะโคตมะในศตวรรษที่5ก่อนคริสตศักราชพระองค์จะทรงครองพระราชบัลลังก์อันมหาศาลของอาณาจักรอย่างไรก็ตามวันหนึ่งเจ้าชายทรงเสด็จออกจากพระราชวังเพื่อค้นหาหนทางที่จะพ้นจากความทุกข์โดยใช้เวลาหลายปีพระพุทธองค์ทรงบรรลุพระสัมมาสัมโพธิญาณใต้ต้นพระศรีมหาโพธิ์จากนั้นพระองค์จึงทรงพระเมตตาเทศนาสั่งสอนสรรพสัตว์ให้เป็นอิสระหลุดพ้นจากวัฏสงสารสมบัติอันล้ำค่าในคำสอนของพระพุทธเจ้าเกี่ยวกับความจริงที่เป็นสากลที่ถูกนำไปศึกษาและได้รับความเคารพนับถือจนถึงทุกวันนี้เพราะมีความลึกซึ้งทางปัญญาและความเมตตาวันนี้เราใคร่จะแบ่งปันท่านด้วยคำสอนที่ปราดเปรื่องของพระพุทธเจ้าบทที่1ของพระสัทธรรมปุณณริกสูตรแห่งธรรมะที่ดีเยี่ยมที่รู้จักกันในชื่อพระสัทธรรมปุณณริกสูตรครั้งนั้นแลพระโพธิสัตว์เมตรยะได้ทรงดำริว่าบัดนี้พระตถาคตได้ทรงกระทำมหานิมิตปาฏิหาริย์เหล่านี้อะไรเป็นเหตุที่ทรงกระทำฤทธิปาฏิหาริย์เหล่านี้หนอตอนนี้พระพุทธเจ้าพระผู้มีพระภาคเจ้าทรงเข้านิโรธสมาบัติใครหนอพึงเป็นผู้สามารถให้ความกระจ่างได้ทรงมีดำริต่อไปว่าพระโพธิสัตว์มัญชูศรีบุตรของพระพุทธเจ้าผู้มีอธิการได้กระทำกุศลมูลอันปลูกฝังไว้แล้วต่อพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าทั้งหลายในการก่อนนับไม่ถ้วนจากเป็นที่สิ่งที่พระองค์นี้ได้เคยเห็นมาแล้วอย่างแน่นอนข้าแต่พระมัญชูศรีเพราะเหตุใดเล่ารัศมีที่เปล่งออกมาจากปลอยผ้าเกศาสีขาววางพระขนงขอพระศาสดาขอเราเป็นลำแสรัศมีอันหาที่สุดมิได้ส่องสว่างไสวไปทั่วทุกหนทุกแห่งพระมัญชูศรีข้าพเจ้าได้อยู่ในที่นั่นและได้เห็นและได้ยินเช่นนี้มากมายนับได้เป็นพันล้านข้าเห็นสาวกของพระพุทธเจ้าเก่งทั้งการทำสมาธิและมีภูมิปัญญาท่านใช้การอุปมาอุปไมยนับไม่ถ้วนในการเทศนาธรรมคำสอนที่แท้จริงแก่ที่ชุมนุมยินดีในการเทศนาพระธรรมเปลี่ยนพระโพธิสัตว์ผู้ปฏิบัติธรรมเอาชนะกองทัพปีศาจและลั่นกลองธรรมและข้าเห็นพระโพธิสัตว์นิ่งสงบและเงียบอย่างลึกซึ้งเป็นที่ยกย่องของเราทวยเทพและนาคแต่ทว่าไม่เห็นความว่านั่นคือความสุขและข้าเห็นพระโพธิสัตว์ใช้ชีวิตในราวป่าส่องแสงสว่างช่วยผู้ที่ทุกข์ทรมานในนรกทำให้พวกเขาได้เข้ามาสู่หนทางอันประเสริฐและข้าเห็นเหล่าพระชินบุตรผู้ที่ไม่เคยหลับเลย ผู้ที่มีความเพียรเดินจงกรมในราวป่าอย่างภาคเพียรเพื่อเสาะหาหนทางอันประเสริฐนี้และข้าเห็นผู้ที่รักษาศีลประพฤติพรหมจรรย์ปฏิบัติตนไร้มลทินบริสุทธิ์แย่งเพชรพลอยและในการทำเช่นนั้นก็เพื่อเสาะหาหนทางอันประเสริฐนี้และข้าเห็นเหล่าพระชินบุตรยืนหยัดด้วยความอดทนรับการทำร้ายต่อยตีของผู้คนที่มีความเย่อหยิ่งยอมรับความทุกข์ยากและด้วยการทำเช่นนี้ก็เพื่อเสาะหาหนทางอันประเสริฐนี้ข้าเห็นพระโพธิสัตว์รักความยินดีในโลกิยสุขทั้งปวงทั้งการทิ้งการสังสรรค์และสหายผู้เป็นพาลทั้งหลายมาดำรงอยู่กับหมู่ชนผู้มีปัญญารวมจิตเป็นหนึ่งเดียวขับไล่ความคิดฟุ้งซ่านเข้าสมาธิในภูเขาและแนวป่าเป็นเวลาหลายพันโกฏปีด้วยประการฉะนี้เพื่อเสาะหาหนทางอันประเสริฐนี้หรือข้าเห็นพระโพธิสัตว์บริจาคขาธนิยะโภชนิยะยารักษาโรคจำนวนมากเพื่อถวายเป็นทานแก่พระพุทธเจ้าและพระสงฆ์สาวกของพระองค์อีกทั้งผ้าเนื้อละเอียดและคุณภาพเยี่ยมราคาเป็นพันเป็นหมื่นหรือผ้าจีวรที่มีค่านับไม่ได้ถวายแด่พระพุทธเจ้าและพระสงฆ์สาวกของพระองค์และสร้างวิหารประดับประดาด้วยรัตนะไม้จันทร์หลายร้อยโกฏหรือสิ่งของเครื่องนอนดีเยี่ยมมากมายถวายแด่พระพุทธเจ้าและพระสงฆ์สาวกของพระองค์บางพวกถวายสวนและป่าละเมาะที่บริสุทธิ์ที่มีดอกไม้ผลไม้อุดมสมบูรณ์มีน้ำพุไหลและมีบ่ออาบน้ำถวายแด่พระพุทธเจ้าและพระสงฆ์สาวกของพระองค์ขอถวายเช่นนี้หรือสิ่งหลากหลายอื่นที่ดีเลิศถูกถวายให้ด้วยความยินดีปรีดาเพราะพวกเขากำลังเสาะหาหนทางอันประเสริฐหรือมีพระโพธิสัตว์ผู้เทศนาธรรมเรื่องการดับสูญอย่างสงบด้วยอุบายต่างๆแก่สรรพสัตว์นับไม่ถ้วนหรือข้าเห็นพระโพธิสัตว์มองธรรมชาติของสภาวธรรมต่างๆว่าไม่มีลักษณะสองด้านเนื่องจากอยู่ในสุญญตาและข้าเห็นเราพุทธสาวกผู้ที่จิตไม่มีสิ่งใดผูกมัดผู้ใช้ปัญญาอันสุขุมในการเสาะหาหนทางอันประเสริฐมัญชูศรีมีพระโพธิสัตว์หลายองค์ที่หลังจากพระพุทธเจ้าทรงปรินิพพานแล้วสักการะพระบรมสารีริกธาตุข้าเห็นเหล่าพระชินบุตรสร้างอนุสรณ์สถูปเจดีย์ที่มากมายนับไม่ถ้วนดุจเม็ดทรายในแม่น้ำคงคาตกแต่งดินแดนต่างๆด้วยสิ่งเหล่านี้พระเจดีย์ประดับเพชรพลอยสูงสง่าและยอดเยี่ยมสูง 5,000 โยชน์มาตรวัดระยะทางในคัมภีร์พระเวทกว้างและลึก 2,000 โยชน์พอดีพระอนุสรณ์เจดีย์แต่ละองค์ประดับด้วยผืนธงและธงชายมากมายทั้งผ้าม่านร้อยประดับด้วยเพชรพลอยเยี่ยงหยดน้ำค้างและกระดิ่งประดับด้วยเพชรพลอยส่งเสียงดังไพเราะมีเทวดานาคพูดมนุษย์และอมนุษย์ถวายธูปดอกไม้และดนตรีอยู่อย่างไม่ขาดสายมัญจุศรีพระชินบุตรเหล่านี้ในการที่จะสักการะพระบรมสารีริกธาตุจึงได้ตกแต่งพระอนุสรณ์สถูปเจดีย์เพื่อที่แต่ละดินแดนอย่างที่เป็นอยู่โดดเด่นน่าอัศจรรย์และน่าชมดังต้นปริชาติจากสวงสวรรค์ซึ่งมีดอกไม้เบ่งบานสะพรั่งเมื่อพระพุทธเจ้าทรงเปล่งรัศมีหนึ่งเดียวข้าและคนอื่นๆในที่ชุมนุมสามารถเห็นพระพุทธเกษตรเหล่านี้มหัศจรรย์โดดเด่นและหลากหลาย พลังเหนือธรรมชาติของพระผู้เป็นเจ้าและพระโพธิญาณของพระองค์หาได้ยากยิ่งด้วยการทรงเปล่งลำแสงบริสุทธิ์ลำหนึ่งท่านได้ส่องสว่างทั่วพุทธเกษตรอันนับไม่ถ้วนข้าและผู้อื่นได้เห็นมาแล้วและได้รับรู้ในสิ่งที่ไม่เคยรู้มาก่อนพระชินบุตรมัญชุสีข้าขอร้องท่านจงกำจัดข้อสงสัยในผู้ชุมนุมนี้พุทธบริษัทสี่กำลังเฝ้ามองด้วยจิตที่ผ่องแผ้วมาทางท่านและข้าว่าเหตุใดท่านผู้ที่โลกยกย่องจึงฉายรัศมีความสุขสว่างเช่นนี้พระชินบุตรตอบอย่างไม่ชักช้าบังเกิดความรื่นเริงและขจัดข้อสงสัยเหล่านี้จากการทรงแปลงรัศมีสุขใสเช่นนี้จะเกิดประโยชน์เช่นใดต้องเป็นเพราะพระพุทธองค์ทรงปรารถนาเทศนาพระธรรมเป็นเลิศที่ทรงตรัสรู้แล้วเมื่อทรงนั่งบนอาสนะท่านทรงมีคำพยากรณ์ต่อเราพระชินบุตรท่านได้ทรงแสดงให้เราเห็นถึงดินแดนพุทธเกษตรที่ตกแต่งและบริสุทธิ์ด้วยสิ่งวิจิตรพันธวีและเราได้เห็นพระผู้เป็นเจ้าของพวกเขาซึ่งสิ่งเหล่านี้ไม่ได้ถูกทำขึ้นด้วยเหตุผลเพียงเล็กน้อยมัญชุสีท่านต้องรู้พุทธบริษัทสี่อีกทั้งนาคและพูดกำลังตั้งตารออย่างกังขาว่าท่านจะอธิบายอย่างไรครั้งนั้นพระมัญชุสีได้กล่าวกับพระเมตไตรโพธิสัตว์มหาสัตว์และหมู่พระโพธิสัตว์ทั้งปวงว่าสัตตบุรุษทั้งหลายข้าคาดว่าขณะนี้พระผู้เป็นเจ้าผู้ที่โลกยกย่องทรงประสงค์จะสาธยายพระธรรมอันยิ่งใหญ่โปรยปลายหลักพระธรรมดังหาฝนทำการเป่าสังหลักธรรมรัวกรองหลักธรรมและแสดงความหมายของพระธรรมอันยิ่งใหญ่สัตว์บุรุษทั้งหลายในอดีตข้าได้เห็นปุพพนิมิตอย่างนี้ในหมู่พระผู้เป็นเจ้าพระองค์ก่อนๆพวกท่านทรงฉายรัศมีเช่นนี้และจากนั้นพวกท่านได้ทรงสาธยายธรรมที่ยิ่งใหญ่ฉะนั้นเราจึงควรเข้าใจว่าเมื่อพระพุทธเจ้าองค์ปัจจุบันทรงเปล่งรัศมีเช่นนี้เราก็จะทำเช่นเดียวกันพระองค์มีพระประสงค์ให้สรรพสัตว์ได้ยินและเข้าใจในพระธรรมซึ่งเป็นการยากที่โลกทั้งหมดจะเชื่อฉะนั้นท่านจึงทรงแสดงปุพพนิมิตนี้ให้ประจักษ์สัตบุรุษทั้งหลายครั้งหนึ่งในอดีตการที่ล่วงมาช้านานอันนับไม่ได้ประมาณไม่ได้และคิดไม่ได้ของอสงไขยกับช่วงเวลาที่ยาวนานมากการนั้นมีพระพุทธเจ้าพระองค์หนึ่งทรงพระนามว่าจันทรสุริยประภาตถาคตผู้ควรแก่การสักการะผู้ปราศจากกิเลสผู้ถึงพร้อมด้วยวิชาและจารณะผู้เสด็จไปด้วยดีผู้รู้แจ้งโลกผู้ควรค่าเปรียบมิได้ผู้ฝึกบุรุษผู้เป็นศาสดาของเทวดาและมนุษย์ทั้งหลายเป็นผู้ตื่นผู้ที่โลกยกย่องท่านทรงสาธยายธรรมอันถูกต้องพระธรรมเทศนาของพระองค์งดงามในเบื้องต้นงดงามในด้ามกลางงดงามในที่สุดความหมายนั้นลึกซึ้งและเข้าถึงได้กว้างไกลพระวจนะของท่านนั้นมีทักษะและมหัศจรรย์มีความบริสุทธิ์ไม่มีสิ่งเจือปนสมบูรณ์แบบสะอาดและปราศจากมลทินและเป็นจุดกำเนิดของการประพฤติพรหมจรรย์เพื่อประโยชน์ของผู้แสวงหาเพื่อเป็นผู้ดับรับฟังท่านทรงตอบโดยการเทศนาเรื่องอริยสัจสี่เพื่อที่พวกเขาสามารถหลุดพ้นจากการเกิดการแก่การเจ็บและการตายได้และบรรลุนิพพานเพื่อประโยชน์ของผู้แสวงหาเหล่านั้นจะได้เป็นปัจเจกพุทธะที่ตื่นเองพ พระองค์ทรงเทศนาธรรมปฏิจจสุบาทเหตุอันทำให้เกิดทุกข์โดยลำดับเพื่อประโยชน์ของพระโพธิสัตว์ท่านทรงเทศนาด้วยปรัชญาปริมิตาทั้ง6บารมี6ประการเพื่อกับโดยสมัยนั้นในที่ประชุมมีพระโพธิสัตว์20 ล้านองค์ต่างปิติยินดีใคร่ฟังพระธรรมครั้นพระโพธิสัตว์เหล่านั้นได้เห็นรัศมีส่องสว่างทั่วดินแดนพุทธเกษตรพวกท่านได้บรรลุในสิ่งที่ไม่เคยรู้มาก่อนพวกท่านหวังที่จะรู้ถึงสาเหตุและปัจจัยที่ทำให้เกิดปรากฏการณ์แสงแห่งนี้การนั้นมีพระโพธิสัตว์นามว่าวรปภาผู้มีลูกศิษย์800 คนการนั้นพระจันทรสุริยประภาพระพุทธเจ้าทรงออกจากสมาธิและเนื่องด้วยพระโพธิสัตว์วรปภาพระองค์นี้ท่านจึงทรงเทศนาพระสูตรมหายานชื่อว่าพระสัทธรรมปุณณริกสูตรอันเป็นธรรมอันเป็นพระธรรมคำสอนที่ทรงแสดงต่อพระโพธิสัตว์และเป็นคำสอนที่เกื้อหนุนต่อพระพุทธเจ้าทั้งหลายเป็นเวลา60 จุลกันช่วงเวลา432 ล้านปีของมนุษย์ซึ่งวัดจากการดำรงอยู่ของโลกพระพุทธเจ้าทรงประทับนิ่งบนอาสนะผู้สดับฟังทั้งหมดในที่ประชุมในการนั้นต่างยังคงนั่งในที่นั้นเป็นเวลา60 จุลกันด้วยร่างกายสงบนิ่งและจิตตั้งมั่นไม่เคลื่อนไหวแต่ก็ดูราวกับว่าพวกท่านเหล่านั้นได้นั่งฟังพระพุทธเจ้าเทศนาเป็นเวลาชั่วทำภารกิจเท่านั้นการนั้นในที่ชุมนุมนั้นหามีผู้ใดที่ร่างกายและจิตใจรู้สึกถึงความเหนื่อยล้าท่านผู้ชมที่รักสันติภาพเป็นความสุขของเราที่มีท่านอยู่ร่วมกับเราในตอนนี้ของจากพระคัมภีร์อันศักดิ์สิทธิ์ของพระพุทธศาสนาพระสัทธรรมปุณณริกสูตรแห่งธรรมะที่ดีเยี่ยมบทที่1ตอนที่2ของ3ในถ้อยคำแห่งปัญญากรุณาร่วมรับชมกับเราอีกครั้งในตอนสุดท้ายของรายการวันจันทร์หน้านี้โปรดติดตามในโทรทัศน์ Supreme Matter สำหรับรายการที่เป็นบวกมากขึ้นขอสรรพสัตว์ทั้งหลายจงรุ่งเรืองได้แสงสว่างและความรักบนโลกที่ก้าวหน้าสมบูรณ์นี้
Supreme Master Ching Hai is offering the Reverend Buddhist Master Brahmahalitichai $5,000 for his personal use, or if he cannot take it, then for the temple he stays in, with all blessing in Buddha's grace. Supreme Master Ching Hai is deeply grateful to the beloved God for all the financial help, comfort, and support to the afflicted and needy and or any good cause over the years. As a humble vessel for His compassion and love toward His precious children.
spoil the end of all dreams.
Oh, greater lessons in your agony, but the tears will fade with the persistent night.
Oh, seas and lakes, cease not your melodies, allowing hope for a morrow among humanity. Oh, sentient beings have rested in the realm beyond, though you departed without the last utterance.
Let the throbbing of my heart abate while I await earnings, timely repentance.
Deep waters, preserve your true essence, protect the human race in their molten suffering. Please accept my heartfelt thousand teardrops to nurture your majestic trees, leaves, and call my soul to rest in long nights.
Tears dried up and unworthless,
Weeping in pain for the tormented. All night, please kindle your source of light. Shine the way for those human souls in darkness. Be serene for my mind to still and enter emptiness with the miraculous celestial melody.
oh day, stir not sudden unrest, for peace to repose in our very hearts.
For humankind struggles to subside.
All the truths up to gloriously shine. Oh, heart mine, love and no longer.
Like an insect sitting in the raging water. Coming for perfect tomorrow.
And the day the world be adorned with heavenly halos.
I cry, I plead, I beseech, O infinite Buddhas, the gods, the angels, deliver a soul straying from the true path, wandering in the endless cycle of suffering ahead.
Oh, brother, wake up at once. Proudly walk upon great seas and rivers. Look straight at the flaming sun.
As the climate continues to warm, entire islands are sinking below rising waters caused from melting glaciers.
Indeed, there are many island nations who are doomed already now, condemned, if you want, to disappear. Therefore, there is no question that we have to act, and that is just the beginning of the visible impact of climate change. The invisible part, the bits that we have not necessarily understood that are happening around us, are also underway.
We have whole communities having to be relocated. Villages which have been there over the decades, maybe a century. And now they have to be relocated. And where they have been living over the last few decades is no longer there. It's being eroded.
There are at least 18 islands submerged around the world. Lohachara, India, 10,000 residents affected. Bedford, Kavaskadi, Suparabanga Islands near India, 6,000 families affected. Chesapeake Bay in Maryland, USA, 13 islands. Kiribati, 3 atolls. Half of Bangladesh's Bola Island permanently flooded, 500,000 people affected. 7 islands in Manus, a province of Papua New Guinea. Once inhabited islands in the Niger Delta region.
It's not their wish to go, but because the situation is forcing them to move.
The following are islands sinking or at risk from rising sea levels. Carteret Islands in Papua New Guinea, 2,500 residents whose land no longer supports agriculture. Tuvalu, 12,000 residents with no more fresh drinking water, and vegetable plots have washed away. Goramara, near India, 2/3 submerged as of 2006, with 7,000 residents already relocated. Neighboring island of Sagar, 250,000 residents also threatened. Some 50 other islands jeopardized in the India-Bangladesh Sundarbans with a population of 2 million. Kutubdia in southeastern Bangladesh lost over 200,000 residents, with remaining 150,000 likely soon to depart. Maldives, 369,000 residents whose president wants to relocate the entire country. Marshall Islands, 60,000 residents. Kiribati, 107,800 residents, approximately 30 islands submerging. Tonga, 116,900 residents. Vanuatu, 212,000 residents, some of who have already been evacuated and coastal villages relocated. Solomon Islands, 566,800 residents. Shishmaref in Alaska, USA, 600 residents. Kivalini in Alaska, USA, 400 residents. Over 2,000 other islands in Indonesia. Dubai, 1.2 million residents in the United Arab Emirates considered at risk. Cook Islands, 19,500 residents. Takulou, a multi-island territory of New Zealand, 1,400 residents. Federated States of Micronesia, 108,000 residents. Manus, an island group of Papua New Guinea, 50,000 residents. Paku, autonomous region of Papua New Guinea, 600 residents. There may be more islands, either uninhabited and or not reported, that are submerged or are sinking due to climate change.
We may be at the point of no return. Our small low-lying islands will be submerged. It's an issue of human survival. If the world community, the different countries don't kick the carbon habit, there will be other countries next on the line.
According to the scientists, there could be more than just one disaster. Rising sea level is not the only worrying event. Disease will also rise. They already do so in some parts of the world. Change to a more benevolent lifestyle that is respecting our lives, then we will beget life and our lives will be spared. And nature will restore the balance and repair our damages. I wish to see that day soon in my lifetime. The more vegetarian people join the circle, the more chance we have to save the planet.
Be Veg, Go Green to save the planet. For more urgent details, please visit suprememastertv.com/SOS.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
Ever wonder how beautiful our planet is? With exotic birds, diverse flora and fauna, immense oceans, vast rivers, endless skies, and generous earth, all of which house, nourish, and protect every being under their loving care, without asking for any reward. Fortunate and blessed are we indeed to live on this wondrous planet and enjoy all the precious gifts this world has to offer. May the divine be loved and thanked forever. May we always remember to appreciate and care for our earth home.
사랑하는 시청자 여러분께 인사드립니다. Means greetings beloved viewers in Korean. I'm Ik-pyo in brilliant Gwangju. Advancing Korea loves what you are doing to protect our world. Heavens bless you.
Necesiniz means how are you in Azerbaijani. I am Elada from superb Baku. Deep-rooted Azerbaijan knows that without peace leaders like you, the world would suffer greatly. Our people thank you. Welcome to Noteworthy News, constructive news for a caring world.
Constructive news for a happy world. Supreme Master Television brings you good news from around our beautiful planet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our programs can be viewed online at suprememastertv.com.
In today's news, China and Bolivia deepen relations. Cuba supports peace and stability in Latin America. Vancouver, Canada hosts successful Veg Expo. Myanmar Bishop promotes peace, and Australian solar energy innovator and Russian scientist awarded with major international energy prize. All this and more on Supreme Master Television, your constructive global TV channel.
China and Bolivia continue developing relations built on mutual trust. The President of China, His Excellency Xi Jinping, welcomed the President of Bolivia, His Excellency Evo Morales, at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing before the two leaders discussed deepening their diplomatic relationship. President Xi noted that both countries stem from ancient civilizations and should explore the wisdom of their forefathers to better deal with current-day challenges. President Morales commended China's pursuit of world peace and their efforts toward developing a harmonious international community. He said China's support and aid to Bolivia's economic and social development never attaches any political conditions. Such uplifting news our honest appreciation. Your Excellencies Xi Jinping and Evo Morales, China and Bolivia, for providing a shining example of international cooperation. May the Providence bless China and Bolivia as you nurture your lasting friendship.
Cuba committed to enhancing peace. During his official visit to the Caribbean nation of Trinidad and Tobago, Cuba's Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Rogelio Sierra Diaz, confirmed his government's pledge to support the development of peace and stability in Latin America and the Caribbean. The two nations also agreed on cooperating in the areas of education, health, and natural disaster risk mitigation. We're deeply thankful, Cuba, for your dedication to furthering stability and peace. May your efforts add to the harmonious and steady development in Latin America and the Caribbean.
Up next, India announces plans to eliminate single-use plastics. We will just take some time to introspect within to see if all our actions today are to be proud of. Hope you're enjoying watching Noteworthy News as much as we enjoy sharing it with you. More intelligent news in just a moment.
The realization of health is a remedy for modern life. Supreme Master Ching Hai's The Realization of Health, Returning to the Natural and Righteous Way of Living represents a compilation of excerpts of her lectures spanning more than 20 years. In a world where we seek priorities to solve increasingly complex global issues, the timeless wisdom found within Supreme Master Ching Hai's reassuring advice is indeed welcome.
You are the best doctor for yourself if you think positive. Live a healthy life and simple living and high thinking. Change your pattern of living and change your day and change your fortune. So always try to keep being positive. Then a lot of accidents, a lot of illness can be avoided.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's book, The Realization of Health, Returning to the Natural and Righteous Way of Living, is available at www.amazon.com for the English version and www.smchbooks.com for the Chinese version.
Hi, I'm Delay the Panther, and I'm a compassionate vegan. Antifreeze can leak out of your car when it overheats, leaving puddles in your garage. Be sure to clean up the puddles straight away if you have pets, because its sweet taste can be tempting. But it's a toxic substance and is quite dangerous to dogs and cats. Look out for puddles on the street as well when you are walking your dog. Thank you for tuning in, and lots of love for being veg and going green to save the planet for all humans and us all co-inhabitants. Now, the worldwide weather.
India to ban single-use plastics. India's Prime Minister, His Excellency Narendra Modi, recently announced plans to eliminate single-use plastics by 2022 as part of a national effort to curb the country's global footprint. Furthermore, India will implement a marine litter cleanup campaign, keep over 100 national monuments trash-free, and measure plastic waste released along its 7,500-kilometer coastline. Prime Minister Modi stated, "Environmental degradation hurts the poor and vulnerable the most. It is the duty of each one of us to ensure that material prosperity does not compromise our environment." Our respectful gratitude and accolades India for these eco-friendly commitments. May we all strive for a clean and thriving world.
Plant-based diet growing exponentially in Vancouver, Canada. The 5th annual Veg Expo was recently held at the Vancouver Convention Centre in British Columbia, Canada. A day for the entire family, the expo's mission is to connect with people at all stages of their plant-based journey.
We've grown so much over the last 5 years that we are now in Vancouver Convention Center, which is the world's most sustainable convention center, and we are very excited to be here. We have speakers such as Kip Anderson and Don Thompson, who's an activist for animal rights, and Kip obviously is very well known for his part in the documentary Cowspiracy and What the Health, and we're really looking forward to having them. And of course we have local chefs, authors, social gatekeepers, lots of really good local talent as well.
My phone rang, like, it sounds like a church.
The demand for vegan, vegetarian foods increased by 987% in 2017. This is crazy. This is something that is completely taking off.
The event featured over 140 exhibitors, showcasing the latest products, services, and plant-based philosophies.
Hello, I am Preet Marwaha with Feeding Change here at Veg Expo 2018 in Vancouver. Really, every social issue that we have in this world comes back to the food choices we make on a daily basis. So going plant-based is not simply about our health, it's about connecting with the world, connecting with the farmers around the world that are growing all of our food, and helping them be as sustainable as the companies that we want to be.
Animals have emotions, animals have a real soul, and that's not for us to mess with. It's for us to love, it's for us to respect. And so that's a big part of what we're doing with Virtue, is to say, what are the virtuous things that we can do in our life to make a difference, and definitely through our animals.
Veg Expo organizers and exhibitors, we thank you with all our heart for sharing the plant-based way of life. May events like this continue to inspire many to choose compassionately for their health, for the environment, and most importantly, for the love of all Earth's inhabitants.
Be vegan and make peace.
Be vegan, make peace.
My name is Normiko Madden.
My name is Dylan.
Be vegan, make peace.
Myanmar Bishop promotes peace. The Most Reverend Justin Somintide, Bishop of Pan, Myanmar, uses his writing talent to compose books on peace and reconciliation, while also dedicated to serving current refugees and migrants. Peace, the title of his latest book, references letters written by His Holiness Pope Pius XII and His Holiness Pope St. John Paul II. Bishop Justin Somintide said, "We need to forget our past and engage in dialogue aimed at reconciliation so we may attain our goal of peace. Key stakeholders like the government, military, and ethnic armed groups must promote dialogue based on equality and trust." We are touched by your dedicated peace efforts, the Most Reverend Justin Somintide. May the Providence bless Myanmar with harmony and prosperity.
Coming up, researchers from the United Arab Emirates developed medical device to track body temperature. We'll step outside for a while to visit a wonderful forest that nurtures our well-being and brings calmness to our minds. Supreme Master Television will return in just a moment with more foresighted news.
那所谓前世回溯呢，是帮助这个人回到现在以前的某一个时间、某一个地点，然后去找到问题的根源，这样子。
What can we learn about ourselves by undergoing hypnotism? Find out on Wednesday, July 25th, 2018.
Welcome back to Noteworthy News, visionary news for an enlightening world.
United Arab Emirates researchers developed temperature tracking device. Researchers at the United Arab Emirates University, UAEU, in the capital city of Abu Dhabi, have designed a device called Tempo, which can monitor a person's bodily temperature 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When the individual's temperature is higher or lower than the safe level, the device will emit a signal from its alarm system. Dr. Jabir Aboukdieri, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineer at UAEU, said their reason for inventing the device was to help those who require care yet are unable to express their discomfort. Tempo will also help simplify the routine temperature checkup carried out by medical staff at hospitals and meanwhile facilitate an ongoing tracking of the patient's temperature. We applaud your thoughtful innovation, Dr. Jabir Aboukdieri, and researchers of the United Arab Emirates University. May we see more such caring inventions with Allah's blessings.
Australian solar energy innovator and Russian scientist awarded with the prestigious International Energy Prize. Professor Martin Green, director of the Australian Centre for Advanced Photovoltaics at the University of New South Wales, recently became the first Australian to receive the highly regarded Russian Global Energy Prize. Professor Green was honored for transforming the efficiency and price of solar photovoltaics and making it the lowest cost choice for mass-scale electricity supply. Sergei Alexenko, Russian scientist and a member of the Russian Academy of Sciences, was honored for creating the Thermophysics Foundation for modern energy and energy-saving technology development. Congratulations, Professor Martin Green and Sergei Alexenko. We are more than grateful for your transformational achievements in renewable and contemporary energy advancement. May every corner of our world soon enjoy efficient, eco-friendly power.
Time now to enjoy the joke of the day entitled Lunch with Grandfather.
Two little boys were visiting their grandfather, and he took them to a restaurant for lunch. They couldn't make up their minds about what they wanted to eat. Finally, the grandfather grinned at the server and said, "Just bring the bread and water." One of the little boys looked up and quavered,
"Can I have ketchup on it, please?"
And now, we have a heartline from Huimin in Taiwan or Formosa.
吴尚区电视台您好，自从电视台重新开播，我在上班时间都用手机小声播放，同事们也变得越来越柔和开朗。开播后不久，有一天下午，窗外树上突然间飞来一群小鸟，快乐的唱歌，整个办公室都可以听到他们欢乐的高唱着，仿佛在庆祝吴尚区电视台重新开播。还有一次，另一层楼的同事下楼来办事，经过时突然之间脱口而出：“哇，你们这里好光亮啊！”然后微笑满足的离开。 我想是无上师电视台的光亮照亮了整层办公室，温暖了同事们的心。感谢青海无上师和无上师电视台的员工，谢谢你们的努力，带来生活中这么多的美好。慧敏，来自台湾福尔摩沙，台北。
你好 or hello, cheerful Huimin. Thank you for such beautiful lines. We're always happy to hear others' experiences on how Supreme Master Television is lightening the atmosphere wherever it is played. Much gratitude to our beloved Supreme Master Ching Hai for making it all happen. Wishing you heaven's love and blessings, Supreme Master TV staff. Master sends her love and many thanks to you.
We welcome your heartlines and stories. Please send them to heartline@suprememastertv.com.
We sure have enjoyed spending time with you on Noteworthy News.
May your heart be uplifted by celestial melodies, wishing you a jubilant week.
We thank all the reporters, journalists, photographers, camera persons, individuals, groups, companies everywhere in the world for all your contributions of news that bring hope to humans and animals, thus uplifting the atmosphere of our planet. May heaven bless your noble endeavors and protect you always, especially while on duty.
For more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/NWN.
Benefits of addictive drug abstinence and treatment. In the U.S., treatment for drug addiction has been shown to save lives, reduce crime, and rebuild families, along with 69% of those treated being drug-free 1 year after treatment, 64% reduction in arrests 1 year after treatment. A California, USA study found that for every $1 invested in drug treatment, $7 was saved through reduced crime, health and welfare costs, and increased income stability. 60% of cocaine and heroin in the U.S. is consumed by people who get arrested in the same year. Thus, treatment that helps them to overcome drug addiction reduces crime and market demand for drugs. A doctor in Arizona, USA, identified a new outpatient treatment for methamphetamine addicts, showing an over 60% success rate in rehabilitation. 20 years of research in the U.S. has demonstrated that drug treatment programs are effective in reducing crime as well as improving the health and social function of participants. Drug-free workplace programs are found to result in lower absenteeism, fewer accidents, higher productivity, improved morale, better employee health, decreased use of and expenses for health benefits, lower corporate insurance premium costs, plus more. For more information, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/harms-benefits-flyer.
The city of Copenhagen, Denmark has a well-established bicycle culture. According to the Cycling Embassy of Denmark, 41% of all trips to work and study are taken by bicycle, while 61% of Copenhagen's inhabitants prefer bicycles for getting around.
Bicycles are so practical and such an efficient way to travel. Up next, come paddle with us to the future.
Today's show will be presented in Chinese with subtitles in Arabic or Laxis, also known as Vietnamese, Chinese, English, French, German, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Mongolian, Persian, Spanish, and Thai. 亲爱的朋友，大家好，我是赖雨贤，来自台湾，又称福尔摩沙。
友善的福尔摩沙乡亲为您这样亲切的人祷告，祝您永保健康，福气久久。欢迎收看第2集节目，也是2集系列的完结篇。来骑自行车，让生活更好，世界更环保。国际协定《联合国气候变迁纲要公约》是为了稳定大气层的温室气体浓度，以防止地球的气候系统遭受严重破坏。作为气候变迁纲要公约4单轮气候行动倡议的一部分，来自纽西兰的青年气候大使英卡·弗格和法比恩·贝弗里奇2人在2017年5月开始骑单车环游欧洲。这趟旅程被称为4单轮游欧洲，目标在于提升大众关注气候行动，并且鼓励个人和机关团体合力减少温室气体的排放。英卡和法比恩骑单车横跨欧洲，踩踏了1万公里，途经西班牙、法国、德国、奥地利、意大利等国。这对年轻人分享他们的经验谈。
We are cycling across Europe for 10,000 kilometers, and we are cycling to raise awareness about climate change and the issues surrounding climate change. We are also cycling to promote low carbon travel.
In the major cities, especially in the major cities that we go to, the UNFCCC puts us in contact with people, organisations, individuals, and we talk to them about climate change and about our trip and on what they're doing for climate change.
跨区大规模团体欧洲城市气候联盟和原住民通力合作，共同捍卫全球气候。城市单车代步这项倡议重新整编了26个欧洲国家和1700位会员，包括欧洲各乡镇、都市、社区、行政区和农村地区。这项倡议的目标是鼓励大家骑单车，并加强保护气候。城市单车代步鼓励居民利用自行车来满足每天的交通需求，也拥护单车基础设施的建设。城市单车代步定期和地方政治人物接触，强化单车文化的政策需求。这个倡议也定期举办自行车比赛，鼓励不同的单车队伍加入。参赛者来自社会各个阶层，包括学校、俱乐部、机关、公司、政治人物和一般民众。连续骑单车21天后，骑士们会上网填写单车日志，记录累积骑乘的公里数。城市单车代步也举办活动日，推出骑单车旅游、军旗看台、演讲台讨论等。欧盟执行委员会发表一份交通运输的文件指出，假如城市中有1/3的汽车车主愿意以骑单车来取代开车，会产生以下好处：减少30%的塞车，各类汽车造成的污染会减少25%，减少36%的一氧化碳排放，减少私人汽车制造的碳氢化合物37%，减少56%的二氧化碳排放，减少汽车25%的石油消耗，受噪音污染影响的人数减少9%，主要干道的屏障效应降低42%。荷兰有个小城市，大力鼓励居民选择骑单车作为日常的代步工具。2017自行车城市大会计划总监暨吉德兰省政策顾问史琼斯·范杜兰自豪地谈到奈梅亨市的卓越成就。
We are the cities which stories are not very often told. You can all talk about Paris, New York, LA, or Tokyo, but we don't really talk about those cities which are smaller. Like from a policy point of view, it is a really interesting field to rediscover cycling on that level.
2017年，奈梅亨市因为鼓励骑单车运动，成果斐然而受到表扬。
The city of Nijmegen has won the award for Best Dutch Cycling City last year, and to be honest, we are very, very proud of that because we have been focusing on creating a regional network of decent fast cycling routes and creating a good inner city network, and that has led to an inner city modal share of cycling of over 60% in Nijmegen.
我们要去公园散步提神一下，稍后就回来，敬请锁定本台。
Ôi da, trời ơi, trời ơi, lại là hắn. Ông coi, hắn đang ngủ đây nè. Trông thật bình thản, có mấy ai khinh thường cái chết như hắn. Sao bỗng nhiên ta muốn cứu hắn, nhưng chúng ta còn tìm chân mạng thiên tử. Không ai ngủ mà xấu tướng như hắn. Ta đi thôi ông.
欢迎继续收看我们的节目，探讨骑单车的好处。丹麦的哥本哈根市拥有完善的自行车文化。丹麦自行车大使团表示，全国上班上学的通勤者有41%是以单车代步，而有61%的哥本哈根居民喜欢骑着单车到处兜风。在1970年代，荷兰开始着手致力减少污染、保护环境，以增进国民的健康。提高单车的使用率被认为是达到上述这个远大目标的方法之一。之后所设计的运输政策以发展单车的基础设施为主，例如单车专用道和挂车架。荷兰全国通勤者大约有26%是骑单车。所有城市都拥有维护良好的单车设施。荷兰首都阿姆斯特丹以强大的单车文化声名远播。北部的格罗宁根市拥有该国最高的单车通勤比例。史特拉斯堡位于法国东北部的雅尔萨斯地区，在巴黎以东500公里，是法国第一大单车城市。大约有8%的居民在市区内以单车代步。这个古老城市有大片范围都划归为无车区，但单车骑士都能通勤。史特拉斯堡的单车网路涵盖范围很广，在中央地区的每个主要观光景点都能够骑着单车到访。日本自行车大使团致力于倡导骑单车是一种可行且健康的交通方式，对生态健康、在经济上永续以及社会赋权这个团体，借由地方媒体、演讲、会议和活动，宣导单车教育，也支持更完善的单车基础设施，促进全世界最佳单车实务的资讯交流。研究发现，日本的银发族公民如果定期以骑单车作为每天的活动，譬如去购物时代步，精神活力改善，寿命延长，心血管健康好转，他们也比较不容易感到沮丧、焦虑和压力。自从19世纪初问世以来， 单车在机能和美感特色上一直不断的演进，从19世纪没有脚踏板的手摇车，到20世纪的使用自行车，再到今日拥有无数创新功能设计的单车。3种最新款式分别为混种车、通勤交通车和斜躺式自行车。混种车通常兼具通勤车和登山车的特点，舒适、耐用、速度超快，适合马路和不平的小路。这类自行车的车架相当挺直，可以确保骑车的舒适度。混种车也经过强化设计，可适应重量，因此这些车都能够负荷相当多的装载量。混种车也配备了宽大且充饱气的轮胎，能强化稳定度及减少滚动的阻力。通勤交通车是为了通勤而特别改造的混合车，配有700C 轮组，窄轮胎介于23C 到28C， 较大的车轮尺寸可让自行车在高低不平的路面行驶阻力较小。通勤交通车配有置物架、挡泥板和固定置物栏的车架，以及可载重的置物箱。斜躺式自行车可让骑士以背部躺下的姿势坐着，双腿向前伸直，骑士的体重往往可向外分散到比一般更宽的区域，因此确保了稳定度，提升舒适感。斜躺式自行车分为长轮距和短轮距2种。长轮距车款的脚踏板位于前轮和后轮之间，短轮距车款的脚踏板位于前轮附近或前轮上方。具有环保意识的观众，我们由衷感谢您观赏今天的节目，请继续收看脊骨神经医学与吉伯特·里维拉医师谈徒手疗法2集之1。愿您的日子充满美丽与祥和。Environmentally sensitive viewers, we are most grateful for your company during today's show. Please stay tuned for chiropractic.The Hand-Based Healing Art with Dr. Gilbert Rivera, Part 1 of 2. May your day be filled with beauty and peace. For more details, please visit suprememastertv.com/PE.
With the world facing economic hardship and looming job deficits, a green revolution beckons. No, not a green energy revolution, a green food revolution. Organic, the future of farming. We can sustain the world and our nation's economies in dynamic health and vigor.
The increasing profile of the health benefits of veganism and vegetarianism and the advantages of embracing a healthier diet has clearly fed through to the shopper. This places the onus on suppliers not only to meet this demand, but also to understand it or risk being left behind.
Case study, Peru. In the South American country of Peru, the farming of organic crops has generated at least 33,000 jobs for farmers nationwide. According to Peru's Minister of Agriculture, Adolfo de Cordova Velez, interest in the practice continues to increase as farmers realize that organic growing is more profitable than traditional methods. In addition, the Ministry of Agriculture is providing support to 9,800 farmers to help enhance organic productivity.
Uno de los motivos es para conservar el mejor nuestro medio ambiente y así dar una producción sana para los consumidores.
Yo quisiera mucho a nuestros compatriotas que consuman los productos orgánicos porque son sanos, que no traen ninguna clase de enfermedad.